This is the SML podcast.
Yeah, so things.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
No.
Ready.
You're ready now. What's up, everybody? I'm Small.
We're medium.
I'm Large. And this is the landmark 1 year anniversary episode of the Small podcast. Of the Small, Medium, Large podcast.
Someone might listen.
Sexual molten lava.
Yes.
The Scandinavian Mastodon lingerie
podcast.
I forget the other ones.
And if you noticed by the whole We're Medium thing, we are joined once again after
by the original
long
medium
absence. Bogue
Well, my
here.
favorite was the Superman libido.
something like that.
Yeah.
And if you also noticed by the Small, we're joined once again for the first time in months by Tim.
Months. It's been. I was off.
It's
for
been a
2
month.
Weeks. 2 weeks. I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's a month.
Well, it was 2 weeks, and then you were here, and then you were like not here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been.
So
off
yeah,
and
so it's been like a month.
on.
You made an appearance in between then, but it's
Yes.
like
It
total.
hasn't been off and on. It's been off and off and off and then on and then off and off and then on.
Yeah, something like that.
It's been
appearance-
random.
But appearance basically is like a reset button. So
Yeah.
what happened before the appearance doesn't count.
So
What about Prince?
Yeah.
Prince cast.
I don't know. He was
Yo,
on.
Prince was on The New Girl
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl, and I didn't watch the episode, and I was kind of upset with myself.
I didn't
that
either, but I recorded it.
I tried
Did you?
watching it.
We
and
might have to watch that actually.
I didn't laugh a single time during that show.
You're not supposed
Oh.
to. Prince is not supposed to be funny. He's a very serious.
No, I meant the actual show itself.
Yeah, that's fine. The only reason why I wanted to watch it is because I always get the crap that I am Jason Segel, and I give Jordan the crap that she's Zooey Deschanel.
I'm a seagull.
You know what, though, Joe? Like, this is a bone I got to pick with you because you don't laugh at anything. I think your humor is like, it's so warped because all you laugh
Are you
at
going to
anymore.
try defending Big Bang Theory right now?
No, but all you laugh at anymore is Tosh.0 and South Park.
No, I laugh at a lot more than that.
Oh, what's the last sitcom you watch and enjoy and laugh at?
Community.
Yeah, he does talk about
posts
Community
about
a
that
lot.
on
Eat a
Facebook.
dick.
That is a
All
good
the
one. Okay.
And the last time I laughed really, really hard was when you showed me your dick. So
Well, that is something to laugh at.
it is.
Want
So
want.
his young ears apparently walked right behind me.
Yep, that's
As
what
I
you get,
said that-
Joe. That's what you get.
That is the weekly wah-wah of...
So
So,
there are
video game news.
games. Yeah, I think there's video games somewhere.
Well, why don't we kick it off with the whole 4 for February thing? I know, Chris, you made some progress so far.
I did. I already finished my first one. I mean, I technically kind of cheated because I started slightly before February,
Cheater.
but I finished in February, so I'm going to count it. And that was Pokemon X or Y or whichever one I have. I don't remember. I think I have the one that has the cooler Charizard. So,
Is it a girl or boy? Because a girl is like XX and a boy is XY.
or a boy is XXX.
Well, just this boy. Maybe that boy.
Wait, if you have an extra Chrono, so is that like the Downs version of Pokemon you're talking
Yeah.
about?
I thought I was
Pokemon
talking about
Downs.
t-shirt
Yeah, no,
size.
that's the Charizard he's talking about.
The cooler one.
The
He's got a
Downsy
helmet and it's like, you know, it's
I'm gonna be fine on you.
yeah, something like that. So yeah, so I beat that. There's still like obviously there's some stuff that I can go back and do in the game, like obviously complete the Pokedex and all that kind of stuff. But that's more of a completionist side. I got through. I saw the credits. To me, game is taken care of.
I'm just
so.
wondering if there's a special Pokemon League now.
There will be.
Like the special special Olympics,
Like the Special Olympics, but for Pokemon. Yeah.
Pika.
Oh god, we gotta move away.
We're
What are your
And then
other-
I
what are your
also
other 4 for
flirting with
February?
lawsuits here.
Well, I already started on my next one, which is going to be Dead Island Riptide. Because, you know, Dead Island's cool. I'm having fun with it. I play as the black guy because he's the coolest. and he just breaks everything. It's kind of awesome.
My favorite part of Dead Island Riptide was playing with Pappy, and we were both, was it B-Dog, or what the hell's his name in the game?
The black guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like something B. Danny B, or I don't know.
Danny B.
Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Yeah, something like that.
My favorite thing about Dead Island is the Fist of the Dead Star mod. That Fist of the North Star mod for Dead Island. Have you not seen this?
No.
Oh my god. So somebody on the PC version made a mod where you can move faster and you punch really, really fast, and everything you punch basically explodes or lights on fire and goes flying. And they put in all the sound effects from Fist of the North Star. So when you start punching, your character goes...
So is it Riptide or the first one?
The first one. But you can. I think you can put it into Riptide too.
Oh, it's Sam
basically
B.
the same game.
That's what it is.
Sam B. You're right.
But we would play online, and on co-op, when you would leave, like, the characters might say something about, like, let's get this done together or something like that. And it seemed every time that we would go to a new zone, both of us would hear Sam B go, "Let's do it together."
Yeah.
Just how the characters said, like, murdering zombies, people dying. Let's do it together.
All I know
Sounds
is
very homoerotic.
the majority of the time when I'm killing stuff, like, he's very vulgar, and I love it. It's great. I'ma kill you again.
Let's do it together.
Yeah, he's great.
I have made zero progress on the 4th of February so far.
Well, it is
because-
also the 4th.
Well, plus there.
February. For February.
You're 4 days behind.
Well, there was UFC, and then there was a Super Bowl, and then there was wrestling. And now we're
What
doing a
Super
podcast.
Bowl? There was no Super Bowl.
Well, there was a football game.
No, there was a football game in between a Bruno Mars concert. That's exactly what happened.
It was really badass when Chili Peppers came out.
Dude, Bruno
And
Mars.
didn't-
I don't
and
care what
didn't
anybody
play.
says. I don't care what anybody says. Bruno Mars killed it. Bruno
did.
Mars was
I thought it was
fantastic.
good.
And then Chili Peppers, none of their instruments were plugged in.
Yeah.
But they all had wireless devices on their backs.
But there was nothing
I
plugged
know there's
into their
nothing plugged
output
into
jack
it, but I'm still curious what the wireless things on their backs were.
to make it look
Props.
like
Yeah, I didn't notice that there was nothing.
But
plugged in.
if you're gonna do that, why not just plug the friggin' thing in and not have it turned on?
because
Yeah.
I'm sure
Like,
they
if you-
did that to try and make a point.
If you're gonna
Probably.
I don't know.
I would.
Seems fishy. Seems conspiratorial to me. They did it. Why would they make a point like that and not talk about it?
So that's why
Because they probably
they
can't
can't.
talk about it.
that's
So,
why the
so they're
guitar
gonna make
player
a statement like that.
from the
Yeah, why
You're
not?
talking about a band that came out with socks on their privates for an awards show, I believe.
I don't know. It just seems like if you're gonna do something and leave a plot hole, as it were, of your story, then that's so blatant. You're gonna get in trouble either way. You know
No.
what I mean?
You go back and watch that performance and watch their guitar player.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well,
He was just
He was
insane.
like, he was flying all over the place.
No, I
like,
watched it earlier today. But anyway,
he
video
was
games.
like kneeling and like on his back. And
dude, the
it
best
like,
was during
crazy.
his solo.
Yeah.
You watch him during his solo, and he's like having a seizure, and you're like, nobody would ever be able to hit any coherent notes.
It's like when Nirvana
Moving
was
like that.
on Top of the Pops or whatever it was in the UK, and they told them that they weren't going to be able to play the instruments,
yeah.
but Kurt Cobain was still going to sing, so he singing in a low voice and changing the lyrics. And they're just like waving their arms in the air, mock playing as horribly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
They like just put the guitar down and walked away. Such a great performance.
So what are your other 4th of February than Pokemon?
Well, if you would have been here last week, we did talk about this.
I know,
Or-
but I'm curious.
Or
Well,
if you would
now, I
have
will
listened
say
to
this,
our
He's
show last
talking
week.
about progress, and I'm curious.
Now, I will say this. I may actually swap one out because I started Sonic Generations yesterday, which was another one that was, going to be for my back catalog, and I'm just not digging it. Like, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but it feels kind of grindy. And the reason why I say that is mainly just because, like, if you've played the game, essentially you go in, you've got the first, like, Act 1, you play as, like, the original Sonic, so it's just 2D side-scroller kind of thing. Well, 3D rendered, but you know what I mean. Side-scrolling. Then Act 2, you play as the newer Sonic, so it's more 3D Adventures-esque type of Sonic. You'll clear the level, you go to the next one, whatever. And then when you finish like 2 or 3 stages or something like that, what'll end up happening is it'll unlock like 10 gates or something around those stages, because you actually like move around in this area that shows all the entrances to the stages. So just pop up like 10 gates, and they're all like side missions or like mini games or whatever that you have to do to keep progressing to get to, like, you have to do at least like 4 or 5 of them so that you can get boss keys to unlock the door to go to the boss fight.
Are there microtransactions so you can just skirt past them?
No, but the thing is like you have to spend the time to go and do these side things that mean nothing. Like essentially all it is just like, oh, here, do this so that the game goes by longer and you feel like you've played the game longer.
Well,
Like,
what's the
it's
difference
just-
between just making those levels then? Like if they were just levels and then that eventually built up to a boss. What if you didn't see the gates?
Because the problem is like you can choose what ones you can do, which is all well and good, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to do any of them. Like, I just want to go through my game. Like, I want to go through the stages and then just go to the boss fight. Like, I don't want to go through and then redo a stage where it's like, oh, you have to beat your doppelganger or whatever. You have to beat your doppelganger in a race in a
so they're
speed
weird
run
levels.
of the.
They're not just more levels.
No, they're not
like-
more
oh,
levels.
okay.
It's the same level that you did, but you have to play it a different way. Where it's like, you
So
know,
it's like the multiple stars in Mario 64.
Or
something like that.
I'm thinking Diddy
Sort
Kong
of.
Racing, where it's like, now you got to race all that shit again, but you got to get the silver coins and be in first place, which was like the devil.
they're all like extra. It's like, or they'll redesign some of the levels where it incorporates, like, one of them is like you have to unlock the invincibility as much as you possibly can to get through the level, or else you won't be able to pass it because there's way too many enemies. Like, it's just like stupid stuff that like it's more annoying than like I want to get through that crap to get to the next level. Like, I'd rather just go through the levels. Like, I don't even care if it's a shorter game in that aspect, and then you go back to try and do, like, be more of a completionist.
Yeah.
But this, it forces you to go back and do, like, a couple of them to unlock the keys. And then you have this, like, mental breakdown of, like, well, do I finish all the gates before I continue? Or do I just do enough to get the things to go back, and then I'll have to go back to it later?
And you have
like,
to keep flip-flopping.
So you'll get to this point where it's like you have to essentially make a decision, like, right off the gate, like, am I going to complete this game or am I going to leave it?
and that's too
like,
hard. That's just too much trouble.
Yeah.
So you've already failed 4 for February. Joe?
I lied.
Hey, listen. Most people didn't even start yet. I already finished one, so I'm pretty sure I could like.
I lied. I did make
replace
some
one.
progress. I put the Rise disc in my Xbox One.
That
so
is
I did
progress.
make progress.
So, on that note,
Bogue, were you going to do a 4 for February?
I could pick 4. I started Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. I really liked the first one, and
FU2?
FU2, and I finally found it on sale for the 360. So
Sale.
I bought that. Sales. The FU1 I bought and played for the Wii. So already there's less of the whole like motion bullshit involved.
All the waggling.
Yeah. I mean, the Wii is really cool, but when all the games are like that, it's retarded. I mean, it's okay for the kids to do their dance revolution, whatever. But when I'm sitting on my couch being ultra lazy, it's actually cool because you don't have to have your hands in front of you like a Xbox controller. You can be like, like this, like hands spread.
They can
all
totally
apart.
see you.
Yeah, well, I know everyone can.
You can
your
be
right
like this,
hand's
guys.
above
Watch
your left
Bogue.
hand's on your head.
Watch
and
Bogue
your,
carefully.
Your right hand's down between your legs because you're using a nunchuck and everything.
When I had a wireless nunchuck, that was the laziest I ever got playing a video game.
Because you literally
Just
like
arms
arms
completely
across the
out.
couch.
He's like Jesus on the couch playing.
Pretty much. It was in a chair in God, this is gonna sound nerdy. In my mom's basement.
Oh.
When I first
What's your
moved back
favorite
to
mom's
PA and I
basement?
was staying in my mom's basement. God, this is before I even met Ashley, I think. Or no, it had to be
God,
after.
I hope.
No, it had to be after because we camped out for the Wii together. But
yeah. That's true love right
Yeah.
That is. That's how you know you got someone special.
there. Hey.
But I had the Wii with a wireless nunchuck, and I just arms off to the side of the chair, playing Mario Kart like that.
You really can be so uber lazy that way.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it was fun.
My point is playing on the Xbox is already more like playing
More
a video
effort?
game. Well, no, it's more of a button masher than the other one was when I was playing the FU1. You had to shake your left hand, shake your right hand, all the stupid stuff.
Then do the hokey pokey.
And turn yourself around.
Which is the only thing I wish you could shut that option off and just have button mashing games, and then turn that option back on for when the kids are playing. They want to battle lightsabers in the living room.
I just thought it'd be really cool for what's that game that's really scary? Amnesia?
Yeah.
You know how you're not supposed to look at the monsters or Slender or something like that? If they made one of these on Kinect, you could play it with a normal controller, but for Xbox One you could cover your eyes when a monster shows up to try and
You play hide and seek.
away. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Amnesia Peekaboo.
Amnesia Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Is that like Peekaboo Poker on the NES?
So yeah, I'm doing
Not as good as Strip Uno on the Xbox.
FU2, and I also started Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings game. My son got it for Christmas, so
Nice.
we started playing that. And
So you bought it
it's
for
pretty
yourself,
cool.
is what you're saying?
Yeah, I bought it for myself,
Sort
for
of.
my son for Christmas.
Wait, is your son that guy? The little guy?
That guy.
No, I have a 10-year-old son.
Okay, I thought
that
you bought it
thing
for
over
the,
there?
you bought
Guy.
it for the infant who.
And if he had his way, he would play nothing but Minecraft 24/7.
I actually just started playing Minecraft again.
It literally puts me
I
to
love it.
sleep. The music puts me to sleep. I'm
Oh, yeah, the
watching.
It
music's
will,
nice.
yeah.
I'm watching
Very
him play, trying to be interested, and next thing I know, I'm snoring.
It's 4 in the morning.
I love Minecraft.
I've woken up at midnight, and he's still playing. I'm like, go to F the bed,
That's like that friggin' Ace of Spades game I play. It's basically Minecraft meets World War One. Mm-hmm. So you can dig and everything, but you have a bolt action rifle and you're trying to get to a flag,
Oh, God.
and it's really fun.
It actually is a lot of fun.
You get
It sounds fun.
You get kind of addicted to it, and I've played games where I've been nothing but in my underground tunnels the entire game, and didn't see the sun until I peeked out to try and grab the flag. And you can be a big dick too, because you can grab the flag through one block. So you can dig. I did shit. This was just a week ago. I got into somebody's base and I peeked a hole. I saw I was dug through the wall of their base and then peeked out through the one block floor above their ceiling where they had a tower going, and they had the intel, the flag on top of the tower. But to get into the tower, I had to basically build a false floor. So I actually dug a hole, quickly replaced the block one over, and then dug myself out a little bit more, and then kept doing it. And I literally built a whole fake hallway in their base. Just moved their entire wall over by one space.
Oh my gosh!
And then dug up, and you could shoot blocks out. So I looked up to where the intel was, because you see it on the map, and shot upward until I blew the blocks out, and then the flag fell, and I caught it and ran through my tunnel back to base. Dude, you get so creative. It's just like Minecraft, but you get to actually hunt people.
Oh, God. So, Bogue, what other 2 games would you want to do?
Well, I started the Ninja Turtle games, the Ninja Turtle game for the Xbox. When that
Which one?
some Ninja Turtle game.
Is it the newer one, or is it the downloaded arcade one?
It was a download game that I downloaded.
But it's a newer download game.
Yeah, I'll go get it if you. I don't know which one. It is.
Yeah, you
It's not
downloaded
like
it.
Secret
Go
of the
get it
Use
for
or
me.
anything
Go
like
bring
that.
the TV and the Xbox in here so I can see it.
I downloaded the trial or the
Trials Evolution.
no. I downloaded.
No, I know what game you're talking about.
And then he got it for Christmas, so I
that
already
one.
sort of started it, so I'm gonna.
So you got it for yourself for Christmas.
No, he got that from someone else.
Oh, okay.
So
they got it for you
That's
for
FU
Christmas, but they clouded it under him.
That's FU2. That's Lego Lord of the Rings, and then the
Teenage
Turtles
Mutant
game.
Ninja Turtles
One more.
and
You can do it.
Minecraft.
No.
You
I'm
don't-
not doing Minecraft.
You can beat Minecraft.
Yes, you
Minecraft
can.
doesn't end.
Yeah. Minecraft ends. There is an end boss.
I've been playing Borderlands forever. Maybe I'll finish that up
You should.
There you go.
and then start on Borderlands 2.
There you go.
You
About
haven't
Tim?
started Borderlands 2 yet?
No, I've been playing
I'm
Borderlands
not gonna.
2
I
with
can't really participate.
I've been playing Borderlands 2 with a friend on co-op, but I haven't played it by myself. Like the mission stuff and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I still have I have one
hookers.
or two or three DLC like stories that I have to get through on Borderlands 2 still. But it's so good. I love that game so much. I'm gonna get back to that as well, but I'm not gonna count that in my 4 for February because like it's DLC. Like I already beat the game. So.
All right. Well, Tim said he's not participating because blah blah blah.
I
blah.
might try to finish Dark Souls, which I was going to do last year, but I really want to do it for the sequel.
Last year.
Yeah, last year's 4th of February.
Year.
Yeah, well, I don't have time. Like, especially now.
Since he's not participating. Let's
Participating.
go to our email. Our first email that I'll check out from Adam from last week's show, who gave us a little update. He says, happy anniversary and 6 more missions in Fire Emblem to go before 1 game down for 4 for February.
Wow. Yeah, he's charging through then.
So our guest from last week, is making more progress than Tim.
Well,
yeah, but he's also not designing a card game, running a Kickstarter, running a company, and doing a documentary all at the same time.
Or wearing a really nice scarf there.
Scarf?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I like how you did
hey,
that.
bumping the microphone.
Amanda made this for me.
No. Instead, he has pretty much single-handedly programmed the Dragon Fantasy games.
Cool.
So,
He probably makes money doing it. He can probably sustain himself doing it. I have to have a job in between all of that, too.
Womp.
I wonder if he makes spreadsheets.
I like spreadsheets.
I make an extreme amount of spreadsheets right now.
I have to learn how to make a spreadsheet. I have to learn how to use Google Docs the right way. I want to make a calendar. No, like I'm
Dude, just use Google Calendar. It's magnificent.
I'll have to figure that out.
Dude, you know what you do? You type calendar in Google, and then it goes Google Calendar, and then you click on it, and then you use it. You literally just click on the date, and then you can put in an event. You can invite people to it. It'll send you reminders.
Can you make a calendar that is editable from 3 other people?
I don't think you can make an editable calendar.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, can I make a group of people that can edit it?
I think that you can. I think that you can set moderators on it.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
For Sword Tech, we just have a general, like, if you have a group, you just give them the login info so that they can log in and edit docs and calendars.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. The reason why I ask is because I want it set up for Kris and the Trainwrecks.
Oh, God.
For the cover band that I'm going to be doing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, which I didn't come up with that name. That is not me. Kris and the Trainwrecks was originated by the guitar player, and the reason why he said it is because he thought the name the Trainwrecks was really, really good, but he said that I'm not a train wreck because everybody else in the band gets like completely like pissed, drunk, and hammered, and I'm like the only sober one of the band, so I'm not a train wreck. So
all
it's
of your
Kris and the
songs
Trainwreck.
need to be from train levels in video games.
It's a cover band.
Yeah,
so
cover all the songs.
Then just cover the band Train.
No. God, no.
4 hours of Drops of Jupiter and Hey Soul Sister.
Hey Soul Sister. Wait, whatever one has the one about plastic bags or like garbage bags, and I'm just a shy guy looking for a 2-ply hefty bag for holding my poop. That one. Whatever that one is.
No idea. I mean, I was actually
someone listens to a whole lot more Train than the rest of us.
I had to learn that one for the past cover band. So
did they have a song named Cole by any chance?
Coltrane?
Coltrane.
Choo-woo. Oh, and that was the other thing too. There's already a running there's a running bet between everybody in the band who's going to be the first person to pass out drunk at a show going like choo choo choo.
Oh, Jesus.
Speaking of Coltrane, Microsoft bought the rights for Gears of War.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Moving on.
That was
moving
fun.
on.
No, it just came into my mind.
Let's rehash everything from last week.
We're going to rehash everything from last week because I wasn't here.
Why don't you rehash everything from the last show I was on? Catch me up.
Oh my
Sounds good.
goodness.
So THQ went out of business. All right,
I'm so excited to get my hands on a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, really.
Some actual news.
That Xbox reveal wasn't so hot, was it?
TV. Oh wait, no, you missed the whole PC episode.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
But after our episode last week, Microsoft had a gigantic amount of information leaked out.
Yeah, like
apparently by an employee.
No. There was like
I know.
I know.
But let's see, the rumors that apparently most of them are pretty much all but confirmed right now is that Halo Anniversary 2 is going to be coming out for the Xbox One.
Electric Boogaloo.
Thank God. Real quick on that, I tried to play Halo 2 recently on the Xbox when Kris and I were trying to marathon through Halo, all the Halos, and that game has not aged well at all. It is terrible. Keep going.
But they're supposedly also getting a War Collection that has the full HD remastered Halo 2 Anniversary, as well as Xbox One ports of Halo 3 and 4.
You shut your mouth.
Which
that'll be nasty.
If they're doing that, why not make an Xbox One port of Halo 1 as well?
So that they can do anniversary Halo
1 Anniversary 1 edition. Yeah.
It'll be downloadable.
There will apparently be Halo 5 beta access included with Halo 2 Anniversary.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked.
Crackdown 3 supposedly coming sometime in 2016.
That was I heard that and I'm like, wow, I forgot about that game. I forgot that anybody even cared enough to like put that into this bundle of information.
The only reason why that game exists is so that they can use it to put betas inside of.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was actually more, surprised by, that they were like, oh yeah, the beta for Halo 5, I'm surprised they didn't put that in Crackdown. I'm just like...
No, Crackdown will come with the beta for Halo 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or the new Gears of War game.
Oh, yep, that's what it's for.
Maybe.
There it is.
Or the new Gears of War will be called Gears of War Crackdown.
Or Crackdown will be called Crackdown Gears of War.
It'll come with a beta for itself.
Crack of War.
Crack of War.
Crack of Down.
Xbox One allegedly getting a version of Forza Horizon possibly in September.
Which, that's awesome.
Now, is that a version of it or a sequel? I was under the impression it would be a sequel.
Version.
I would imagine it might just be a full-blown sequel.
That's what I'm expecting.
A sequel?
The reason why is because they're saying that they're supposed to be like complete open world.
That's what Horizon was, pretty much.
Well, I didn't really play Horizon much, but the way it makes it sound is it's maybe like a city kind of like Burnout Paradise, just complete open world.
You need to play Horizons.
One day, maybe.
I'm telling you, man, it's actually really good. It's very good.
Do you know how many games I have to play?
I do. One of them should be Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
I've played every Forza so far except Horizon.
You should put a panoramic picture of all of your collection up on one of the forums. One of the posts one day, just so people can see how many games you actually own. Because it's
and I've gotten rid of so much recently too.
Yeah.
To help pay for the Xbone and PS4. Speaking of Xbones, supposed to be a white one coming out.
That's racist.
Pretty much.
No, it really is, because the black one looks awesome.
Well, a lot of people wanted the white developer one.
Well, they're not developers, so...
Well, there's supposed to be a white system and also a bundle in October that comes with Sunset Overdrive.
What's Sunset Overdrive?
The game from Insomniac.
Oh, that really weird one that all right.
That looked insane.
Yeah, I don't know, like a lot of people lost their shit over it, and I'm like,
it's weird.
It looks like, you know what it made me think of? Brink with zombies.
Ooh.
Well, it's not like they showed much, so I guess we'll see.
I know, but like the art style and the movement made me think, oh, this looks like Brink with zombies. I'm like, ooh.
As long as they keep that art style and don't do what they did with Fuse and make it all gritty, realistic out of nowhere.
Grimdark.
Quantum Break is supposed to be holiday.
Quantum Leap?
Yes.
Quantum Break actually sounds pretty good. Scott Bakula is now going to be a part of a NCIS spinoff.
Yep.
Meanwhile, in Gameland.
Supposed to be releasing a 1 terabyte Xbox One.
That's kind of baller.
Which is nice.
Is it going to be white? Because that's racist.
I don't know.
The white one should not be bigger than the black one.
That's not the Titanfall one? The discless Titanfall one? Are you still getting to that?
The Titanfall's not discless.
No, did you hear that they were talking about doing a discless one?
There was talk of...
This is rumors and speculation.
Someone asked if there was a possibility of a $399 Xbox One, and they said maybe without an optical drive.
Which they're getting rid of.
Came from,
it's
then?
not related to the Titanfall system.
No.
All of this news came out at once, and I'm confused.
Yeah, because...
Clear it up for me, Joe.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I know. That's why that was my segue.
If you would have read the news on our website...
Listen here, ain't nobody got time for that.
I can tell. Fable Legends 2015, supposedly. I like how I'm saying supposedly for everything, but I kind of have to.
Confirmed.
Well, yeah, because it's not confirmed yet.
Confirmed.
Allegedly, Gears of War, late 2016. Platinum Games working on something called Project Nagano.
That
for
sounds
March 2016.
I want to know what that is.
You'd like me some Platinum.
And then they released pictures of a supposed Titanfall Xbox One console,
and it looks brutal.
The pictures look pretty good. You could track down the post on SafeContinue.com or pretty much any other website on the planet.
Awesome.
A lot of people were like, "Ew," and I'm like, "Really?
Dude, I think it looks
that?
killer.
I think it looks sweet."
Yeah.
I didn't think the controller looked great.
I thought it was cool.
I think the system looks cool.
Well, you get the system and the controller.
Apparently, some developers said that there is a console, but the pictures aren't completely accurate. So who knows?
Interesting.
I would imagine that would come out around the time that the actual game comes out. You'd think so.
What am I doing?
You're such a slob.
God, you guys are how can you just not eat
I love how you didn't like
without
try to
making a mess?
pick them up and like put them in your hand. You just started eating them all off your sweater
Well, yeah.
instead of like trying to clean up after yourself.
I'm cleaning up.
Now you are. Now that I called you out.
No, I had to eat the chips first.
So what do you think of that news, Bogue? Does that make you more or less interested in an X-Bone?
Does it make you moist?
Moist.
X-Bone? I don't know. I'm not on any bandwagon as far as new gen goes.
Nude gen.
New Jack.
I just honestly, I just don't got the scratch for something like that. And if I did, I'd spend it on something else. I will get the Xbox
like
One,
a new ukulele?
like a new ukulele.
Rock Band 4 confirmed.
I will get
Ukulele.
I'll get the Xbox One probably shortly before the new Xbox comes out.
I feel like that's something that you would enjoy a lot. It seems like
It's more entertainment based, which is kind of cool. But
Well, have you
I don't know.
dicked with it at all?
I just saw it over at Joe's.
Yeah, I mean, being able to sit on your couch and be lazy and just talk to it is pretty sweet.
I would
especially
offer
if
you to
do
come
TV.
down and check it out a little bit more, but that's not going to happen for a while.
I'll come over and give me a month or so.
I thought it was 2 months.
It was 2 months a couple weeks ago. So, in Tim's term, that was, a month ago.
My mom
was
is
only a
so
week
proud of you,
ago.
by the way.
2 weeks is a month. You know how that works.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, I've never been a PlayStation fan. I'll just throw that out there. And
It's because you're racist.
I am. And
He doesn't like Asian people.
when it comes to like the price tag, I would just get whatever's cheaper. Now, as far as Nintendo goes, I'd always get the new Nintendo shortly after it comes out because I always like Nintendo. There's just things that are strictly Nintendo that I enjoy. I enjoy Zelda and Mario anything.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Wii U game so far?
I didn't bother grabbing the Wii U yet because
you're a liar.
it's just no. I'm just saying I normally would have, but
This
right now, like
this is a special case.
This day and time of whatever, the new gen's not doing anything for me. It's just not. The Wii, the Xbone.
You need to get your hands on Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
That game alone.
It really is.
We should have a 3D land night. The four of us.
Well, it would have to be here,
That's fine.
which means
God
I would have
forbid.
to unhook all my crap and bring it here.
Which
That's
is
not worth it.
I
Which
will.
is a
I will
lot
bring.
of
I
effort.
will bring a Wii U. I will get a Wii U and bring it over.
And then sell it to me at an extremely discounted price.
The man has like 5
I
in his
want
closet or something.
I want one. That's all I want. That's all I wanted for Christmas. Nobody got me one.
Oh, let me jump on that. Let me go get you a multi-$100 system.
Not too many multis.
No, it's not that many. Multi-ball,
Not that many.
multi-ball.
Yeah. Yay, pinball. I had to play a lot of pinball in Sonic Generations.
Get him.
There was a thing for casino night, but it was just the pinball. That's it. It was really kind of annoying.
Was that the DLC?
Nope.
Or because
No, it was
I
just
thought
there.
Casino World was some kind of
Unless it
Pre-order
was, and
DLC
because I got
something.
it in a bundle.
maybe.
It was part of a bundle for me. Like I paid
Meta.
like $10 and got like every Sonic game that ever came out.
So one thing I did want to touch on is the because somebody's going to care. At least somebody's going to find it interesting. And I'll try not to spend too much time on this. The Eve battle that just happened.
We already
talked
covered
about that
it.
last week.
You did talk about it?
Yeah.
Well, when did you guys record?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
No, we recorded Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Oh, you did okay. Wednesday's
I
when all
know
the
that we
stats
had the
came out.
numbers wrong because when we talked, it was what 200,000.
Now it's up to like what,
it was
half
over
a million.
500,000.
No. That's it. There was a lot of weird speculation. Trying to pull up the full because what CCP does is they put out these massive battle reports, and it ended up being about $300,000. Is about 70 Titans were lost. And the Titans are the ships.
You could say that the Titan fell.
Well, it was. If you were to replace one of those ships with real money, it costs $2,500 real world dollars for each one of those ships. The biggest battle before that, only 12 of them were ever lost. And the funny thing though is you guys talked about why it happened, right?
Yep, because of like a missed payment.
Yeah, it was
One guy.
It's like mob justice is like, you know what? You gotta kind of.
Well, yeah. So
teach you a lesson.
Where's my money?
I'm gonna break your kneecap until I get my friggin' money.
You guys know why this was a big deal, though, right? Did you know anything about the Halloween War?
No.
So these two factions that were in this fight, CFC and PL, massive like conglomerates of people, had a big battle around Halloween. They called it the Halloween War, and it's been going on ever since. And this particular space station that they had was that team who had handed the other guys their asses. Like, they kicked the shit out of them at Halloween. They used this place as their staging area. This is where they got all their ships together and they would move out and stuff. So it was like a really big deal. And when this guy forgot to pay the bill, the other team noticed that it flipped and they got into this massive fight and no one backed down. And that's why it was such a huge, huge battle. And now CCP is erecting a Titan graveyard.
There's already like a slight monument or something there, like that they put for the battle. The thing that I thought was the thing that I thought was really interesting about it was like right after it happened, Amazon made a sale of buying like rebuild for less, and you're like, I'm pretty sure anybody that was in that battle that ended up spending that much money and time, like I'm pretty sure they're done.
Well, the best was I was watching the live stream of it, and the guy doing the live stream patched us into the comms of the losing side occasionally. Like, I guess he wasn't supposed to, but dude, I've never heard people that angry at anything for any reason in my life.
How many of the suicidal gunshots made it through the headsets?
Well, it was crazy because like you're hearing these people just and it sounded like when you watch a movie and people are screaming at each other. Like, that's what it was like. I was like, oh my god, this is real life. Watching a real war right now. And then he'd cut to a dancing skeleton, then cut back to the video.
All I can imagine listening to that is just a whole bunch of people going, oh god, why?
Well, the crazy thing is they thought that they were going to win. Both sides thought that they were going to win, which is why the battle escalated so much.
Yeah.
Everybody was like all in, and then somebody slipped up, and it just went downhill. And then even the enemy team tried to escape, or the guys who were losing tried to escape, but they set up these like things to make it so their ships can't actually leave, and then they just kept shooting them. It was brutal.
Yep. So that's the thing.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we covered pretty much the majority of it last week, but at the same time, it's like, it sucks.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about it just because it's like that's the only thing that happens.
Should have been here last week. Could have talked.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
The only thing that happens in gaming that's like that.
You could have talked to a game developer last week too, but
yeah, well, I talk to those all the time.
Anywho, how about some of those? We actually got
before
the emails
before we started recording. Since by popular demand, people have been demanding a new dummy run for a long time.
I really want to see proof of this. People demanding. I think it's just you.
Zach said
Redding.
Joe is like,
one of our listeners, Zach.
Yeah, our listener Zach
wanted
another one. And
I just assumed it was you thinking, I haven't seen Bogue fumble through a game yet in a long time.
Zach legitimately wanted to hear another dummy run.
Hey, Zach, tell me what you think about Nintendo's profit losses, by the way. Keep going.
Talk into the mic.
We also covered that last week.
I'm sure you did, but I want to hear what Zach has to say about it.
Didn't we cover the dummy run last week?
No. No, we did not.
So
wasn't last week the last time you were on the show?
Something like that.
Like a week ago.
It was just like a week ago.
2 weeks ago, something like that. So we made Bogue play Deadfall Adventures for the Xbox 360.
You mean
Raiders of the
Raiders
Lost
of the
Temple
Lost-
or something.
yeah, Indiana
Starring
Jones,
Shorty.
the B level video game.
Shantae?
The guy even sounded like he was trying to sound like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's
sort of.
Does it belong in a museum?
It does.
The game does.
Why?
Because
He said that a few times.
Did he seriously?
Absolutely.
What?
He did. This belongs in a
So
museum.
it was kind of like a first-person shooter mixed with a first-person adventure and explore game
mixed with a
puzzles,
first-person poop.
mixed with Indiana Jones, like made in Bollywood.
Yeah.
So like
So,
the
I mean, like-
Bollywood knockoff.
Like the animation was actually like kind of cool, but like some of the stances for the characters were awful.
Oh my god!
Dr.
completely
McTits.
unnatural.
Dr. McTits made me laugh.
Like
as
the
soon
one
as she
guy,
came on
the one guy
screen.
standing there, and his arm is like jacked off to the side, and then like the other one's like vertical, like he's just it looked completely awkward.
They were
but they're
all
like,
animatronic.
I am totally comfortable right now. Like,
And I said it absolutely looked like Christmas Village animation, you know? Like, everyone...
it's like It's a Small World, just
Yeah, totally.
yeah. But
So
it was
Bogue,
smooth. It looked nice.
smooth as
give
a
us your
baby's
thoughts
ass.
on the game, Bogue.
Not my kind of game. Besides the fact that Tim was right when he saw us as soon as he walked in the door. It looked like the camera must have been in the guy's shins because you're so close to the ground, and then it prompts you to crouch. It's like oh my god, can you get any closer?
You're crouching. It looks like you're laying prone.
It was very dark for a game that you're supposed to find hidden treasures. It was very dark.
Well, it is in a tomb.
Well, I love how the tomb was relatively, I mean, it was dark, but it was still well lit enough for you to look around. And then, like, you're looking for treasure, and it's just like, oh, look, there's a thing on the floor. I'll take that.
Like, yay, treasure!
yeah.
Like a dead body with guns. Nice for
Treasure!
an,
I'll
nice
take
for an
that.
uninhabited tomb.
There's
Yeah, right.
Good thing they have all these torches lit.
There's a tablet here. If I give it my treasures, it makes me stronger. Okay.
That seems perfectly logical.
I did enjoy watching Bogue hunt for dynamite for 10 minutes.
I also
That was 3 feet away from him when he first started.
Wait a minute. So the villain was looking for, like, some sort of artifact of ultimate power, and all he needed to do is just walk around and pick up shit off the ground and plug it into that little booth, and he would have gotten stronger. Like, that's all he needed to do.
Well, the thing that I
That's not
actually
ultimate
got
power.
But it's power.
That's gradual power.
That gradual power he could have used to find ultimate power easier.
the thing that I was actually more entertained with was Bogue trying to go through the menus. Actually,
That was
he's like,
terrible.
I can't change it. Like, what? It won't let me change the difficulty.
Did you hit? Hey, shut up.
No, it was.
I'm gonna leave it on normal because we,
Whatever.
like
Just
we.
It really
normal's,
wasn't.
Normal's like what you normally start at. So and then if it's hard, then you bump it down to easy.
and then you got super excited when you saw the emblem for Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. If you watch the opening cutscene, like it shows like all this stuff on a desk, and then there's this book that has 2 like symbols or icons or whatever, and the one on the right is the exact same thing for Legends of the Hidden Temple of Olmec. It's the same exact thing.
I hope they get sued.
I'm pretty sure they won't because nobody's gonna care enough to look, except for me. Because I walked into the room and I'm looking and I'm like, wait, can you pause that? I'm looking, I'm like, that's Olmec.
As I try to pause, and I totally
And he skips the
whole intro.
cutscene. He's like, oh yeah, let me try and pause it.
Dude, somebody needs to make an endless runner based on
Temple Run?
No, like I saw somebody did a screenshot of like an 8-bit version of like a Legends of the Hidden Temple game, and I was like, oh man, that'd be fun. Now I'm thinking like, man, that would be fun if like you're hunting for treasure, and then something chases you, and you got to keep running and jumping and dodging, and then you search for more treasure and
Temple
so
Run.
forth. No, but it would be Temple Run with like a slow down and search mechanic here and there. Because that's how it was. There's like little puzzles, you got to figure it out, and then sometimes the guy shows up, and then you got to take the fuck off.
Well, no, when the guy shows up, you lose.
You're fucked, yeah. But
Yeah.
they could turn that
There is
Because
no
video
that's
game.
what I was on Legends of the Hidden Temple with my brother, and we made it all the way to the end. We didn't win the final thing, but
We
that's
get the tape for that still.
I know. I need to find it. My mom has it somewhere. I have to ask her if she still knows where it's at. But anyway,
I want to see this.
so
Absolutely.
So
have to find a VCR. Remember those things?
Yeah, remember those things? But yeah, so we got to the end thing, and it was at the shrine room, or the like. It was a real dark room, and when you go into it, like they turn the lights on. It was the jester room. That was what it was called. And you're supposed to like hold yourself up against, like, there's multiple buttons on the wall, and you have to press all the buttons at the same time.
Oh, I remember that one.
So what ended up happening was my brother went in first, and I followed his path, and then I went down and I got to that room, and the door opens up, and I go to walk in, and the lights didn't turn on yet, but there was a guy there, and he jumps out and he grabs me, and I pooped a little. Because I couldn't see, and I didn't know. So I
just slipped him a 50, been like, let me keep going.
Do you remember?
Stay in the dark.
This was the 90s, so $50 was actually a lot more.
Could have slipped him a 20.
Not to mention the fact that I was very young.
All he had in his pockets was bubblegum.
I really want to see this episode.
I had nothing in my pockets.
But speaking of VCRs,
and this is the moment I shat myself.
Speaking of VCRs,
I did. I pooped a little. Like it was.
I do have a VCR because I think I just updated the house to DVD players. So
you might still have the VCR.
yeah.
You have a
I have
laser
to
disc
find it,
player
like,
I
I
just
too?
imagined you in overalls going through the house, replacing all of these VHS players. It's like an
We
all-day
don't
project.
need you anymore, VCR
Nope.
player.
There's a damn shame.
do you
'cause
call
I still
them
got all
VCR
these
players,
VC
too?
Tapes.
What's that?
I said, do you call them VCR players too?
Oh yeah. No.
The best is when people come in looking for DVDs at the game store, and they're like, "Do you guys have any of those tapes? Like, do you have that tape?" And I'm like, "What? That's a disc, sir. A completely different thing."
Yeah.
So you have the episode on VHS somewhere.
It exists, but I know I remembered bringing it up to my mom, like, I don't know, like it was a year or two ago, and she says that she doesn't remember if she knows where it's at.
And you get it on Blu-ray.
No.
Legend of the Hidden Temple on Blu-ray.
Because oddly enough,
somebody fund it.
Oddly enough, my brother and I were also on Guts, but that one wasn't televised.
I want to be on Guts.
Did you have it?
So-
Can we do like adult Guts? American Gladiators.
That's what American Gladiators
never
is.
mind. Is that still on? American
No.
Gladiators?
They revamped it like a couple of years ago,
Yeah,
and they
I
brought it
remember
back on.
Yeah, they did like 2 seasons of it.
And that was it.
It was terrible because it was NBC and they tried to like over dramatize everything.
Yeah.
So instead of just showing people run through the events, it was like, here's our backstory. You struggled with my family and I'm going to cry right now because I'm just trying to get
Oh, so
another
they made-
chance.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with the Gladiators, which nobody cared
Yeah.
about.
They made
I
it
just-
like wrestling.
No,
like a
no,
story.
it was a lot worse.
Oh, a lot worse.
It's like when NBC does the Olympics where it's like instead of showing the friggin' events, they spend 20 minutes doing the backstory of one person who ends up getting 8th and no one cares about him.
Yeah, for real.
Cool runnings.
Just
Yo, I
show,
can't wait for that.
show the goddamn event.
Yo,
Just let me watch the
Jamaica's
Olympics.
going to kill bobsledding. My money's on Jamaica.
So anyway, Bo, what are your final thoughts on Deadfall Adventures?
I won't play it again, probably.
I would hope not, because it looked awful.
I
We need to
wouldn't
get you
spend
playing
money
a
on
Kinect
it.
game.
But basically, I do these dummy runs just to make fun of me. So,
He figured it out. Shit.
We gotta think of something else now.
the shoot 'em up parts weren't very well.
We still got to make him do Dark Souls one day.
He's not even gonna get past the beginning.
He will get to the
I
first
know.
skeleton and get aced.
I won't get through the intro. But
You
no,
can.
the shoot 'em up parts weren't even done as well as like your old school Halos and stuff. Like,
Well, that's because you didn't realize you hold the left trigger to zoom in like every other shooter on the planet.
the zoom was terrible.
You were
You
terrible.
saw me zoom in. It was absolutely horrible.
I thought it looked fine.
And the analog stick for some reason was not fluid at all.
No, it looked like it felt like the old Wolfenstein 3D.
Ooh.
And like the enemy
Ooh.
territory, like all those ones.
I don't know. It looked like something I'd probably give a shot.
I'm sorry to
I'm,
hear
I'm
that.
more interested in the exploration and puzzles, though.
You're
Did
more
you ever-
you're more excited to see how many more things they can steal from the Raiders of the Lost. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and the Nazis. The Nazis
Oh,
had
yeah.
Instead
X's
of
instead of swastikas. They were obviously Nazis. Like iron crosses on the uniforms and everything. the red bands with the white circle and the black like it. Yeah.
You know how
was just
much
an
it was
X.
ripping off Indiana Jones was the one cut scene that went into the next chapter or whatever. The chapter was called Raiders of the Lost Pyramid.
Yeah.
That's how badly it was supposed to
They
be.
should have called
Harrison
it Raiders
Ford.
of the Lost Ark, but have it be like an arc.
Like Arch.
Yeah, Arch. Raiders of the Lost Arch.
I thought you were trying to get like Iron Man and Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Or
reactor.
like arc like a boat.
Yeah.
Oh, like Noah?
Noah's Ark.
They're exploring a boat.
Did you see
No, that
the
would be
trailer?
the twist. You're in a tomb the whole game, like an Egyptian tomb, and then at the end, like you
dreamt
flood
the whole thing.
tomb. No, you flood the
been a
tomb,
boat
and then
the
the
whole
boat
time.
like comes up, and the whole tomb is inside of a boat, and your mind is blown, and you have this epic final boss fight on like the top of the boat while there's like a storm raging, and you have to defeat the boss because it's God to save the world from flooding.
Yeah, and you have to try to stay in
It's
the
a-
middle because
it's
if
a
you both
Nazi
get on
god.
to one end
Yeah,
or the
no.
other, it starts to.
It's
tilt.
like the board game Topple.
yeah.
I just always wanted to make a Topple reference, and that was the
Topple
only
3D.
thing that I could possibly
Man,
ever.
that just made me think of that weird game with the blocks with the ice, and you had to like knock.
Don't break the ice.
Don't break the ice.
Yep.
And there was another one where you used like tissue paper or something. What was that?
That was Don't Break the Ice.
No.
There's another one that like it would like tear. Maybe it was you had marbles.
Oh, the marbles. That was
Yeah.
Kerplunk.
Kerplunk. Yeah.
Dude, don't step to me on board games. That's my
we need to have a Kerplunk night.
We need to have. Listen, I saw as soon as I walked into your house.
It's like loose.
Bogue, as soon as I walked into your house, I saw Mousetrap. I never got to play Mousetrap. If
What?
that's a complete thing of Mousetrap, we have to do it.
Mousetrap
Oh, yeah.
is rough because
The actual
Everything's
game
there.
isn't fun. All you do is set it up and run the
and then
mousetrap
you
through.
watch it, and then you
That's
get
it.
depressed that you have to set
You
it all
don't.
back.
You don't
up.
actually play the game.
That
ever.
game was created to piss parents off because you get like 3 or more kids and all they want to do is build the mousetrap. And you're like, no, you got to wait. You got to roll the dice. No, take
I never
a
actually
piece of
played the
cheese.
game.
No, get your hand out of the box. Get your hand out of the box. That's basically the evening playing mousetrap.
That's kind of how I would probably play it. But I still want to I want to know. I want to know what it's like.
One of these nights, legitimately, we have to do a Hero Quest night.
I've never played it. I always
I've never
wanted
played
to.
it. I would.
We'll have
I'd be
to do
down.
that one of these days.
Hero Quest.
Yeah.
Man, I'm the only one who played Hero Quest.
There's a copy of it in my fiance's closet that apparently like her brother bought, but we don't know if it's complete.
Mine's complete.
It's probably not. so.
Is it next to his hero?
Oh, is that like
vest?
that's like D&D, right?
Kind of. It's
Okay.
kind of like a D&D board game, and
Yeah.
like nowadays that shit's expensive.
Dude, Heroes Quest on
Complete
eBay right now
sets?
is like
Did you ever
stupid.
hear of Heroescape?
No.
Heroescape is sort of like a Warhammer, but the pieces all come made and painted.
Warhammer.
It's not.
I always wanted to try Warhammer, but I didn't want to get into like the figures.
Yeah, well, Heroescape is basically a board game. You create the land and you play with these little figures, but you don't have to like put the figures together and paint them like Warhammer.
Yeah.
But I bought the one master set way back when for maybe $40. Right now it's on eBay and Amazon for like $200.
Do you want to know what game
Ridiculous.
is stupid expensive right now? Fireball Island.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. What it is
I know
either.
what
Really?
that is.
Mr. Don't Step to Me with board games? You don't know what Fireball Island is?
No.
Yeah, it's like
I guess
you-
It's
somebody
like
stepped to me
around a
with board games.
volcano. A board game set like around a
and
volcano.
it spits like boulders out.
Yeah, like
basically.
red marbles that can take your guys out.
Oh, I
pretty
think
odd.
I
Look it up.
remember
You have a
that.
computer directly in front of you.
Yes, but it's also recording the podcast, so
So you've run Skype and recorded it.
This isn't Windows. You don't understand. He can just open another window. Oh wait, you can? Oh,
I can. I'm doing it right now. God damn it.
Things are hard.
Yes, they
especially when
are.
you don't want
All
to
right,
do
let's
them.
get to emails.
Yeah, we have
Emails.
an
A lot of-
ungodly amount of
Yeah.
emails because my friends are awesome. First off, before the email, we actually have a Facebook message from Zach who said, "Wish I had more time to send a proper Zach length email for the anniversary,
Well, I gave
but a
him an
family
idea.
emergency happened and I don't have the time. Also, no email access, hence the Facebook message. Proud of you guys for making it to a year with SML. I look forward to being one of the 52 guests featured in year 2. High fives all around."
Yay!
Thanks,
One of the
Zach.
52 guests.
Well, yeah,
fun.
because that's assuming we have a guest for every week, which for the past couple months, that's kind of how it's been. So
We've been getting a lot, and there's a lot of people who still want to be on.
That's cool.
I
So
want to
Yeah.
be on. Can I be on?
Yeah, it'd be cool if you came on the show.
Once in a while. Every 2-3 weeks. It's every month. Once a month.
All right, our first email is from me, so he didn't even bother to put
Say
his
who he is.
name.
I thought you meant you. I was like,
no.
Yeah, I was like,
do
you
we have 19
emailed us.
emails from you?
No, I think it's Brian, who was at MagFest. The topic title is Sexy Joe Cam, and his email says, I like to party in the Lumberjack Lounge. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that
So,
had to be someone.
Yeah, that's
Comments? Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Speaking of MagFest, super jealous. And I did stalk you guys while you were at MagFest, looking at pictures and comments and stuff.
None. I
No, you
posted
didn't.
nothing.
I know you didn't.
The
One of
only
these
thing I
years you'll make
posted,
it.
It was
the only
rough.
thing I posted was like the portobello burger that I got inside the hotel.
Yeah, I saw it.
That might have been it, actually. It's everything else, I was just
I
like,
probably posted selfies.
I was in the moment and just hanging out and doing stuff, and I figured, I'm like, well, yeah, I'll just tell people about it when I get back. I was too involved that I'm like, oh, I should take a picture of this. Like, I took a picture of the atrium thing in the hotel, and I didn't even post it. Like, it's on my phone or something, but I never put it up.
My favorite comment I saw was on Facebook. Pappy had said something about he spent all this money to look so good and didn't even get a picture.
Didn't get a picture. Yeah. No, he was classy. He looked awesome.
He did. I'm bummed we never got a Lumbergent picture of all of us dressed up in our suits for the Lumbergent party.
I looked awesome.
You looked pretty spiffy that
I
night.
looked awesome.
All right, next email from Kaylee Bristol. The topic is Yay Podcast. And she says, I wish I knew what to say in my email to you guys, so instead, here is my love for you summarized in one picture. And the picture is
For boobs.
Boobs.
dick butt.
Yeah, dick butt.
Dude, that's actually a really well done dick butt.
Dick butt.
Rainbow dick butt. So,
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a
I don't
fan.
know what's been going
you
on.
don't, you don't know what dick butt is?
I've been off the show too long.
No, this has nothing
No,
to do
this
with
has
the
nothing
show.
to do with the show.
We could make it have something to do with it.
We could. That could be the new, I don't know.
SML logo.
Randall,
This is the Dick Butt podcast.
Randall, make the next logo have dick butt on it.
Hide it somewhere, though. Like, make it like a magic eye.
All right, next email from Sean Lewis. Topic is please don't stab me. So my message got through. Dear Joe and company, in an effort to avoid being next stabbed at MagFest 13, I am emailing you. I have never heard the show. What makes your
What the
podcast
fuck?
stand out from other podcasts about video games and dicking around? For example, X Strikes Triple Radio. Please don't stab me, Sean.
Wait, one more time?
Ours stands out because
I have to repeat
it's
this?
not them.
Because THQ closed, Fleshlights, and Dark Souls.
Fleshlights.
He said to avoid being next stabbed at MagFest 13, he's emailing us, which was my threat that
Right.
if
Got
people
that part.
didn't email me, I was going to stab you in the neck.
Okay, got that part.
He says he's never heard the show, which, whatever. We
Okay,
just got
sure.
email. What makes our podcast stand out from other podcasts about video games and dicking around?
Wait, so he expects us to answer his email on the podcast of a podcast that he hasn't listened to yet and tell him what the podcast is like at the end of the podcast that he's already been listening to get the response for his email. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Ours,
that sounds dumb.
I think ours stands out because if you don't listen to it, Joe will stab you in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a thing.
We
actually.
threaten potential listeners.
Yeah, we threaten people who don't listen to us into listening us.
So that we have an
So,
audience.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And then
Zach listens.
and
on
we're
his own.
also not entertaining at all.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, just look around you. Just look around the people around you. If they have a hole in their neck, they didn't listen. If they don't have the hole in their neck, then
Or
either
they had throat cancer.
Yeah, or
Oh,
they
yeah.
smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that too. But yeah,
Or how would you know? You don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
people wear turtlenecks.
Yep. I was wearing a turtleneck at the Lumberjack party.
Yes, you
It
were.
was awesome.
Yes, you were.
So what honestly makes us special and unique? Instead of a bunch of guys online Skyping to each other and using Google Hangouts, we're just a bunch of dudes sitting around a table bullshitting about video games.
Yep.
While Tim screws around with my automaton because
knocked it over. I
he's
need to move it out of the
fidgety
way.
and he needs to check his phone. And
I saw it
I'm
on
not
the
checking my phone.
I saw it on
no,
the floor. I
you're
was
playing
attempting to
friggin'
pass it
Flappy
back
Bird
to you.
or whatever the hell that is.
Yes.
Mario Warpipe game.
So now we know how important our show is to
I made
Tim.
it to 5.
I'm just trying to give him something to listen for.
By the way, we want to thank Tim. This is his final show with us.
I think we stand out because we're just normal guys, and we actually get together to talk about this stuff, and we aren't a bunch of people Skyping to each other.
Yeah, aside from our guests online, we're just a bunch of dudes hanging out and talking about
Which,
games.
although we have been having a lot of guests, like, I think we're probably going to attempt to try and see if we could have more episodes of its, going back to our roots.
Yeah, well,
where
even
it's just like us talking about
even
games
the guests
and stuff.
that we have had on have mentioned to us after recording how much they liked our show compared to doing others, because we're not here like, oh, tell us about your project.
We're not like combing butt hairs. Like we're there just to hang out and
with you.
Yeah, like
we'll talk about your game and your history, but we'll also talk about the fact that you're the basis of Nick Swartzen's character in Grandma's
Boy. Yeah.
And then
which that is infinitely more interesting than you explaining your game the bajillion times that you have on other, podcasts or interviews or what have you.
Well, our development started back in the early days.
Right. If people want like an in-depth backstory on what it is that you're doing, you can Google that stuff or you can search it out. But what we try and do is we try and bring out the individuality of people that we're interviewing and the stuff that we talk about, to a more personal light, as opposed to just like, here's a bunch of information. You figure out if you are interested or not.
Or you have an episode like our Lonely Rolling podcast where Sean played our intro theme.
That was insane.
We're eventually going to get the entire band on one of these weeks.
Again. Well, that's right, because we didn't have the drummer. We didn't have the drummer or the keyboardist.
Kris and Chuck on for that one, which will be even more insane. But speaking of Lonely Rolling Stars, our next email comes from George Nowick.
Oh, nice.
Good old Norg. He says, okay, here's your anniversary message. And his email, should I read the entire email word for word? I just want to know.
Verbatim.
Okay.
Does it need some kind of like, parental advisory?
No, it's just.
I mean, even if it did, it's okay.
No, it's.
I'm ready.
Stoof, 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 stoof. Stoof, 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 stoof. I'm about halfway through.
Yeah, he's about halfway through. We get the idea.
Should I keep going? Okay, stoof. He says, all hand typed, no copy pasta, heart, Norg.
Wow. If that's hand typed, then couldn't he at least, like, somewhere in the middle of that, like, just change the word once?
Yeah, I feel bad that I didn't finish the email. Should I finish the email?
No.
Stoof.
You don't even have to. I could just, like, I could just copy and paste you saying it enough times.
Yeah, you could.
In fact, you should make this a 4-hour-long podcast and just do that.
And it just stoof.
Stoofcast.
Okay, next email from Joe Yamin, who is, if you don't know, we had Brendan on, who was the guy in charge of MagFest for many, many years.
Right.
Joe Yamin created MagFest.
Oh.
And he partied with us a bunch in the Lumberjack Lounge at MagFest. And I
don't know if I... Did I meet him?
Hard?
I don't
Possibly.
think I did. I don't remember if I did.
He possibly partied hard.
But he wrote in and
when
says...
it's time to party, we will party.
Here's my email. What am I supposed to say? Joe.
What you're supposed to say is... Stoof.
I don't know. I think he covered it pretty well.
Yeah, he did good.
Next one from Maylee Jade, who is, I believe, Beat Drop's woman.
Oh, cool.
So shout out to both of you.
Beat Drop.
It says, happy anniversary. Please don't cut me. You are saved.
It was
Beat Drop, on the other hand,
simple.
Didn't email us.
Stabbing is cutting, but she should have said stab.
And Dane will get cut.
Not cut.
We're going to cut him, then stab him. Well, I did threaten both. I threatened that we'll stab you in the neck and I'll cut you.
Well, my bad.
Different threats.
Oh, it's magic.
I was uninformed.
We already went through Adam's email. Let's see. Jesse DeRona, who is Randall's partner.
Yep.
For first year show, hope this isn't too late, but here are my questions. For all of you,
yes.
He has two questions. We'll do this one at a time. What is your favorite game system?
Game system.
The Atari Lynx. No.
Vogue? Favorite game system?
At the time, I really liked the Xbox. The Xbox One, or the Xbox, I can't even say
The
one.
original.
The original Xbox was just so different because I skipped right over GameCube. I had a Super Nintendo. No, I had I did have a 64.
I don't know. 64 is pretty. I'm
64
actually
was really good.
I'm torn between the 64 and the PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah.
Because the PlayStation 2, it just had so many good games. And it was, the library was massive. Any game that you could possibly want to play was on that system.
Blast Corps.
Period. The 64 was just so solid, and, there were so many amazing, life-altering games on it. I mean, for me, I think I would personally put the N64 higher on my list, mainly just because, I was very, it was very influential to me. But I think the PlayStation 2 is the one that I was the most impressed with and the most, well-rounded, enjoyable system for me. So, I don't know. I have a personal space in my heart for the 64, but I think on paper I would go PlayStation 2.
Tim?
I'm pull the trigger on the 64. 64 is the best.
I have a hard time believing the N64 could ever be the best console.
I'll tell you why. It's not just the console. It's the moments with the console.
Right. I mean, that's what I think. I have a special place in my heart for that console, but at the same time, I don't know. Like I said, on paper, I would say PlayStation 2.
I had some of my best memories growing up with the 64. I think.
Exactly.
As for a console, I mean, PC is not a console, so I can't quote that.
For the longest time, I was dead set that the Super Nintendo was the greatest system of all time.
See,
I did love the Super Nintendo.
I do love the Super Nintendo, but I didn't have moments where I was drilling a hole through my palm on Mario Party with my friends on the Super Nintendo.
See that's the stuff where I'm fuck. Between that, Smash Brothers, Zeldas, it's just it. There's so much.
I think the Super Nintendo Zelda is better than the N64 Zeldas.
I hear that. Definitely.
I enjoy that. Ocarina or Majora's Mask.
I enjoy the Super Nintendo one more, but at the same time, I played through both of the ones on 64, and I was thoroughly entertained with them. I enjoyed them, and I got a lot of gameplay out of it. And to me, at the time, it was the best stuff that I was playing.
I think it's gonna relate to how old you are. I think because I think my favorite's definitely the Super Nintendo. Now that I think about it, the Nintendo I had more during my childhood. I played the Nintendo more. I had more games for the Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo didn't require the combination to get the games to work, and they also had the little slipcover for the end of the games. So it's oh, brilliant! Someone figured that out. The best Zelda, my favorite Zelda I ever played was the one that was on the Super Nintendo, and my favorite Mario, I think, was the one I played.
Super Mario World.
Yeah,
and that's my favorite Mario. Super Mario World is my favorite Mario.
See, that's another thing why I would take Super Nintendo over N64 is graphically.
Yeah.
You can't go back to most N64 games now
they're painful.
and think that they look anywhere close to half decent.
Well, the problem isn't necessarily the graphics as much as the
same
frame
with
rate.
it's also same with early PS1 3D games.
Well, that's why I go
2D
PlayStation
games
2.
And the sprite-based games look amazing. But when they go with 3D graphics and
the
visuals,
first Tekken, that was painful.
Look at GoldenEye now.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, GoldenEye's the best. Try playing that game.
I
I
can't.
love the fog. The fog is so bad in that game. If you're in a long hallway, it fogs out.
But even still, I'm not picking the Super Nintendo. You guys didn't let me finish.
No, we
assholes.
didn't. But I think I'm picking
Dreamcast?
Super Nintendo. Because honestly, anything after
The
Super
Sega
Nintendo is where I grew up enough to discover drugs, and I was living my own video games for a while. So when I came back to video games, it was even after the GameCube. I mean, the only GameCube playing I did was when I came visit you. We played Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
And I was on drugs at the time. So.
Well, if I had to make a call right now, I would say the Nintendo 3DS. Or no, not 3DS, just the DS.
Oh, the DS.
Yes. I was debating in my mind which one I would go with, but I have to go with the DS because of the ability to play Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah. Well,
when you
Advanced, original, and the DS, everything.
And when you
up
take
until that.
all those classic Game Boy games mixed with the DS library, I'm an RPG guy, and that has probably the absolute best lineup of RPGs imaginable.
Yeah.
What's the email say? Because I thought we were talking consoles.
It's in
the DS
it's in
console?
parts.
Yeah, it was. What is your favorite game system?
Console.
It's portable console. Yeah,
Okay.
I will say I love my 3DS. I mean, it's
The only reason I'm not going with the 3DS over the DS
because
is
it's only 3DS.
Well, no, it has
and
DS as well, but it doesn't have the Game Boy lineup, which has Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 Advance.
Dude, if they made, oh my god, I would poop so hard. If they made a 3DS that had that bottom portion, so you can
had
use
the Game Boy.
Oh, dude, game
that'd be
over,
nuts.
man. I would get rid of everything that I had, like gaming wise, to make sure that I had that in my possession. Like that is the be all end all. Like
the reports of the sort of fusion style systems they're talking about.
Like what?
Well, we talked about this on the podcast last time I was on, a year ago.
No, the new reports that came out are all new. That Nintendo's apparently working on a new console that's going to marry the DS with the console.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
no, I was talking about when they a while back, because this has been a long time coming. They merged their home console and portable console development.
Well,
teams.
those are completely separate discussions, though.
Well, yeah, they're separate, but that's
these are new rumors that are coming out.
That's what I was talking about. That I was expecting as well. They're gonna pair their portable with their home consoles in some form because that's smart. They Sony's trying to do it with the Vita and the PS3 in a way, but I think that if Nintendo does it with their quirkiness, it's gonna, as long as they do it right. I think
they will.
They've been talking about two different things: the operating environment and the hardware side. And I think it's the best decision they can make.
I think before Nintendo puts out a new console, they need to get their shit together with a unified account system.
Well,
I shouldn't have to buy a game on 3DS Virtual Console and Wii Virtual Console.
That's what they talked.
And Wii U Virtual Console.
That's what they talked about with the unified operating environment. That would be. That's one of the things that they said that they are planning to try and clear up, because they said it's not right that you can buy a game on iOS or Android, get another iOS or Android device, and
transfer it.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if that device is a tablet or a phone.
Right.
That's one of the big pushes they're making.
But hopefully they get their shit together. Anyway, Jesse's other question is, what are your top 5 favorite games?
Oh God, we're gonna do this right now.
Yes, we are.
Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls.
Okay, Tim's done. Bogue?
No, you're supposed to go Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls, NBA Jam, Dark Souls.
Come on in, Jam.
Like top 5 games that we'd be playing now, or not top 5 of all time.
Top 5 of all time.
Top 5 games.
Well, get ready for a long podcast, people.
Already.
It's gonna go on for the next 45 minutes.
What was the Zelda on the Super Nintendo? That was Link to the Past. Yeah, that was baller. That was great. Love that one.
Baller.
Baller. Shantae.
Let's see. Castlevania.
Which one?
Trying to think.
Right?
Symphony of the Night?
Yeah, Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
PlayStation?
Oh, yeah.
That one's so good, it's wrong. It hurts.
It's so good, it's wrong.
I've always been a fan of Castlevanias. So that, yeah, we'll say that. And let's see, what's my favorite Mario?
We will say that.
Mario 2. I like Mario 2 a lot.
The one that wasn't even a Mario game to begin with.
I'm going to mumble on the microphone.
No, it was totally different.
Yeah,
that's
totally
why I liked it.
which was kind of cool.
But I gotta say, Super Mario World, the one for the Super Nintendo.
Okay, one more.
No, that was 3.
That was 3.
You said Mario 2 and Mario World.
No, I'm gonna take out I'm doing one Mario.
Okay.
One Mario, one Zelda,
All right, cool your shit.
and one Castlevania.
Okay, 2 more.
Most of the games I like are franchises. Let's see. I'm gonna say the Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum was awesome.
Nice.
And one more. Let's see. Resident Evil 4. I think
Good.
that was.
Good pick.
call.
Solid lineup. Chris?
Man, Diablo 2, Lords of Destruction. We're gonna go that route.
Okay.
Skate. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 3. Skate 3.
Okay.
Counter-Strike.
Go.
I'm gonna go 1.6.
Oh. Can't blame you there.
Oh my god. This is terribly like on the spot.
Yeah, it is. So chop, son of a bitch.
Man. I don't know.
As soon as I read the question, I knew which 5 I wanted.
Well, that's
I don't.
That's you, Joe.
I know. I don't think about this all the time. Double Dragon. First one.
See, I would have went with 2 over 1.
Nope. I'm going with the first one.
Ninja
I
Gaiden.
feel it.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden.
I might want to say Ninja Gaiden 2, but I don't.
I have the whole soundtrack playing.
It was awesome watching Kaylee speedrun that. At MAG.
Dead Air.
Just getting you back.
You know what? Even though it's a late bloomer, I'm gonna go Super Street Fighter 4.
Nice. All right, Tim.
Dark Souls is definitely on there. These are in no particular order.
Yeah, I can't.
they're-
I
you
can't
don't
come up
need
with
an
an
order.
order.
And these are more games I would take with me if I could only have 5 games ever.
That's kind of how I looked at it.
CS16. Dark Souls CS16. The original Deus Ex.
Dokapon.
Oh my God, no! You'd want to
but
kill yourself.
yeah, I would need friends though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
This isn't Desert Island game.
I'm trying to assume that
that's what I was
have
thinking
internet,
about it
not
as.
necessarily broadband. So what am I at 3?
Yeah.
Command and Conquer Red Alert 2.
Surprised you're not going to put StarCraft on there.
But nah, Red Alert 2 is so much more fun. Just because I can beat people in like 2 seconds. I'm such a dick.
No Dead Souls.
I'd said
He
Dark
already
Souls.
said
That's
Dark
the
Souls?
first thing out of my
Yeah.
mouth.
Oh.
One more.
I meant Dead Space.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe Dead Space 2.
Yeah, please don't say 3.
You know what? Hold on. Wait. Maybe not.
Or
that.
1.
No, maybe not. Maybe not the Dead Space games. I do really like those, but
I finally got one to play through
Nice.
based on you talking about it.
motherfucking Trackmania.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's a solid choice.
'Cause
Going back to college.
That game you can never
never
run
like-
out of shit to do in it.
Yep.
And you could just get drunk and play it forever.
Yep.
Nice.
Did you? Minor tangent. Did you see new car game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Structure
oh my God.
physics
Yeah.
look nuts.
Yeah, we need to have a night with that.
We do. Even just with like the test, like the what do you like? It's like the test track or the
Yeah, well, the stunt track or whatever they have.
oh, dude, it's ridiculous. Yeah, we'll have a blast with that.
All right, moving on. Next email. Go.
How
No,
about
not
those
next
5?
email.
No,
you
he needs to do
asshole.
it.
No, I do that on purpose every time.
I don't think he does do it on purpose.
Okay,
like,
five.
well,
Why do you think I look at you like that?
I'm done
with my
talking.
eyes?
5.
I said what I wanted to say. Let's move on.
5.
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yeah, I
Despite
figured that
being
would be
new,
up there. Yep.
I love that game to death. Since it's another current gen game, Rock Band 3.
Oh, I didn't say Rock, man.
It's okay.
Rock Band 3.
You had to make
And,
choices.
and then my holy trinity of RPGs, Final Fantasy 6,
Earthbound.
Chrono Trigger, and Earthbound.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like when you have 3 that are pretty much like all clumped together, like if you're an RPG guy and you have a top 5 and those 3 aren't in it, then you're doing it wrong. Like, so that's probably why it was easier for you, Joe.
Well, yeah. Kingdoms of Amalur was the only one I'm like, should I pick that or Resident Evil 4? But he covered Resident Evil 4, so.
Totes.
All right.
Totes, my goats.
Totes, my goats. Next email from Gabe Ricard, who partied with us at MAG. Gabe.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got
He
it.
says, happy anniversary. I bought you a big bucket of soiled fried chicken, some big bad Beetle Borg stickers.
Hell
and
yeah.
I want Beetleborg stickers.
You better deliver.
And naked pictures of what is either my grandmother or one of the melted skeletons from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'm
Awesome.
hoping it's the second.
You better deliver.
Really timely subject matter, too.
It really is.
He says, SML started out awesome, and it's just gotten better and better. You guys truly have one of the best podcasts going today. I'm not surprised about that, but I'll pretend to be surprised when you guys get even better. Gabriel.
Yay!
It's cool to get like actual legitimate praise.
Ones that care. We're glad you care.
It happens.
You're why we do
Then again,
this.
if we were so good, why the fuck weren't we on Drunk Monkeys top podcasts? Gabe.
How often does he write in?
No, it's okay.
Gabe? That's probably his first time.
Yeah, thanks for Karen. All this time.
Tim, how many episodes have you listened to?
Probably like 10.
I don't believe that at all.
Probably like 10.
No, I used to listen to him every week, and then I started listening to other pot. No, I'm kidding. I get to live the experience most of the time, so.
Not recently.
Not recently.
I haven't, dude, I barely had time to even have
Like we said,
music on.
Tim's final episode today.
No.
All right, next email from Sion Smith.
Scion?
Yeah, Sion.
Scion.
Like the car company?
She addresses that in the email.
Does she? Okay.
Hey there, ToeJam, Kris, and Tim. Congratulations on hitting 1 year. You know, I'm gonna add, hey there, ToeJam, Kris, Tim, and Bogue.
There you go.
Well, I
I'll add with
understand that. I had hiatuses that lasted long enough to have hiatuses on them.
So it was only like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
2 or 3 weeks.
Like a month. Maybe it was a month.
Yeah.
Congratulations on hitting 1 year. It really doesn't feel like it, does it? I'm proud to report that I have listened to every single one of your podcasts, including the number 0.
I'm sorry.
With the notable exception of the 4-hour-long MagFest wrap-up, because I just don't have 4 hours at the moment. Hell, I push it with some of your 2-hour shows.
Yep. Which you won't hear this one then.
If that's the case, like if she's being honest, then where's the love for the Bogue? I mean,
That's true.
She didn't know you were going to be on.
But she
it is.
knew
It's
I was part of it. She could have put like in parentheses. She said
And maybe Bogue.
Put in parentheses if he shows up or something.
If he's still alive. But that's not why I'm writing this email. I want to thank y'all for showcasing music at the end of the shows. It's really exposed me to some amazing tracks. My favorites would probably be Torvis Chips by Maze Dude. And, she got this one wrong. That Super Mario birthday rap that A Rival did, which he didn't do.
No.
Can't remember the track name, but it was still awesome, especially the last 15 seconds or so. So funny. That was actually me and Mustin
Yep.
that did that. Not Rival at all.
Yep.
And I believe the last 15 seconds is the part where me and Mustin are just repeatedly say, bitch nigga, what's up? Bitch nigga, what's up?
Yeah.
Back in the days when it
I
wasn't
remember that.
such a huge sin to say that. Bitch N-word, what's up? Bitch N-word, what's up?
Yeah.
And of course, the entirety of Carnivortex by the Lonely Rolling Stars. I'm sure all
Did
of
we
the
play
artists...
the whole thing?
We played most of it.
But pretty much, yeah.
And we're going to play another one at the end of this. I don't know which one yet.
All of it.
Can I make a suggestion? Could we play the Rainbow Road one, or did we do that one already?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I like that one.
The thing is, I'll talk about the music later.
Okay.
But I'm sure all of the artists were/are very appreciative of the exposure, however minimal it may be.
I'm not. It was
Question
terrible.
time. How did you guys get Nick Chester on your show? I asked him.
He's cool.
Fellatio.
Which unholy deity did you have to orally satisfy to make that happen? Which we just
Mephisto.
covered. Yeah, I just asked him because I've chatted with him since he was on Destructoid and he would cover the Rock Band news. I'm like, hey, we got to play Rock Band someday, and we still haven't.
We still have to go up to was it Baston?
Baston.
Man, if I actually had enough money to still go up to PAX, then poop.
I'm kind of sad. He was going to try recording a little greeting congratulating us on the anniversary, but he got crazy busy with one of the game shows is going on right now, or one of the electronic shows.
1 versus 100.
I wish
game
1 versus
shows.
100 was still on the Xbox.
Funny fact about that. So, somebody tweeted that at one of the guys at Microsoft.
Yeah, they're going to try doing something similar with the Xbox One.
Yo, I'm going to be coming over to your house like all the time.
It won't be 1 versus 100.
It doesn't matter. If they have something that's similar to
they're gonna
that,
try
the
doing-
prowess was amazing.
Yeah.
The premise. God damn it.
But
That thing.
anyway, yeah, hopefully he said he's going to try recording something.
That's okay.
If it shows up, cool. If not, anytime. I still want to get him back on the show.
I want to get him back on the show. I definitely want to take a trip up. I want to see. I want to see Fantasia. I want to.
I want to meet the Rock Band crew.
Yeah. I want to chillax.
So we have to make our Boston trip, and we still have to make a Buffalo trip. too.
Baston. I think
A Buffalo trip.
Baston.
I'm in on that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a Bills fan.
We're not talking about wings.
I
just said that. I'm proud of being a Bills fan. If
okay.
you'd make a Buffalo trip, I'd go just to get a couple T-shirts.
Are you
and
talking
shit
about the Bullet Bills?
No, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't find that stuff down here.
No.
Unless they win a Super Bowl.
Honestly, that's how I feel about Tampa Bay, so
Yeah.
I understand.
But if we get something worked out, because we were going to
Hey,
go
high
up.
five for having really terrible teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Why is your hand all sweaty?
I don't know.
It's been down his pants. Ugh. But yeah, we're going to try organizing a Buffalo trip sometime to go see the X-Strike guys and maybe Danimal. And
Cool.
not sure when, but
Sometime
we
after
talk.
March 27th.
Oh,
Good
God.
job, Bogue. Good job. Look at you getting... Are you trying to clean
Relax.
that up with a plastic
I'm trying
bag?
to get it away from the computer with a plastic bag.
Oh, no.
We have a spill.
Oh, no.
Spillcast.
Oh, God.
It's okay. I'm just going to hold the computer like this. I get it. We're good. It'll still
Okay,
go.
well, the next question's directed at you, so we don't need Bogue for this.
At me?
Yes.
Why?
He said, she said, secondly, I didn't have a chance to ask, or I don't remember, but how did Chris's EP do at MagFest? I hope he ran out of CDs. That's always a good sign.
I didn't run out, but it did good.
You did over 100, didn't you?
I have the
Yeah, I did over 100.
I have the limited edition numbered 666.
Yes. It was number 6, and then I added the other numbers, or 66, or something like that.
66,
I
yeah, I'm
forget.
like, can I make this limited edition authorized by the
Yes,
creator?
I signed it. I signed it so that, there's
legit.
It's legit. Nobody can say like that wasn't the number. So it is number 666.
Have number
So
one.
in like 20 years when you're mega famous, I'm going to sell it for $1 million.
Good luck. Good. Make sure I get a chunk of that because I'm sure I'll be like in a cardboard box in LA or something. I don't know. So
Okay, finally, am I the only black person who listens to your show? I'm fairly certain I'm the only black woman, and it would surprise me if it were not so.
you are the only black woman, but you are not the only black person.
Who else? Okay, we have Zach who listens. Zach is white.
Jermaine has listened to a couple.
Has he?
I know he's listened to a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
We still have to get him on.
I love Jermaine. Jermaine's a good guy.
What's up, Jermaine? I doubt you're listening, but what's up, Jermaine?
My man.
So we have
man.
2 black listeners, and possibly Black Chad if he listens.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get Jermaine on because he's a character. He's awesome.
Wrapping it up now, I'll be sure to send you another email when you hit your 2-year anniversary, which I'm sure will come at night point once again. You could thank
Something
Joe
like that,
Camp
yeah.
for that. See y'all around. Forever raising your minority quota. Sion. P.S. I cannot wait to hear you guys butcher my name on the air. I will make a point to laugh at each one of you next time I see you.
I want to say
Cheyenne. Shiani.
no,
Shanae.
because when she introduced herself to me, I asked. You know what? It's not Scion because I asked her
Or
if it was going to
Sion?
be. It
Probably
was,
Sion.
No, it was.
Sion Dion.
Fuck, I forget. I'm
Sion
so
Dion.
sorry. No, because that was the first thing I did. Because she said her name, and I was like, because I would have assumed that it would have been pronounced Scion, but it's not.
I'm just going to call you
I'm
Token
sorry.
Black Girl.
I'm sorry.
I think it's Sion.
You might be right. I forget.
All right, keep rolling.
Okay.
I gotta
Lumberjackquisha is what we decided on
Lumberjackquisha.
since she was the female Lumberjackquisha. Next email from Brad Hall. Hello, people of SML. I congratulate you on your first year of being a podcast that people listen to. Do you ever have those
Debatable.
nightmares that you're in the middle of a broadcast and then fall asleep in the middle of an interview? I did, and they were annoying. Maybe I should have had more exciting guests on my old show. Anyway, I'm sure you don't have that problem. Your guests are all cool, and it's hosted by the guy who was my favorite guest of the show I did many eons ago. That's me. I don't know what else to say. Who won the Super Bowl? Really, I have no idea. I keep seeing people say that one team won or that the other team won. They can't both be right. Maybe one group
Whoever
is in
said
denial
that the Broncos won
are in
is
denial.
on crack.
Yeah.
'Cause-
In other words, happy anniversary.
yeah.
It was rigged.
Yeah, Broncos lost.
No,
Really bad.
listen,
get to
it
comment-
was not a Super Bowl. It was just a football game with a Bruno Mars concert. It was primarily a Bruno Mars concert.
I would like to comment on the whole nightmare thing. I do have nightmares that we're in the middle of a podcast and I dump my drink
That's okay.
all
That's
over
fine.
Chris's computer.
It
Well,
came
it's not
to
all
life.
over. It's fine. It's good. This thing's resilient. Who am I kidding? I sent it out 3 times.
Yeah, right.
Next email from Jen Rose. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, SML podcast. It was really awesome to meet you guys at MagFest.
I should have made a cake.
I wish you guys nothing but the best. Cheers to another year of awesome.
I should have made a cake.
Oh,
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I know. It's all my fault. Sorry.
yeah.
That's impressive. 23 on Flappy Bird.
Yeah, 23 on Flappy Bird, everybody.
That's the hey.
Suck it.
I think I made it to 6.
Chris almost smashed my phone after he made it to 1.
God. Next email from the one Lisa. Oh, God. Is that, I think Lisa who usually goes to MagFest.
Lisa Kudrow?
No.
Lisa Lampanelli.
Yes.
Lisa Lou?
Well,
That's Lucy Lou.
I'm being addressed as JoeCam, so it's got to be that Lisa. I love you, Lisa. She used to date Hex back in the day.
The card game?
Nick Hex?
Nick Hexum?
No,
I knew you would get that one.
Hex who was at MagFest.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
kidding.
he's in his own little world, but you actually met people at MagFest.
No, I did.
You're a few $100 deep in that world, too.
In Hex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I am.
Seal deck's up, by the way.
No, but he knows
Oh, I
who
know.
Hex is.
I know.
Because he
I've
was
met him.
social at MagFest.
I was extremely
Anyway,
social at MagFest.
JoeCam, congrats on your podcast anniversary. I have admittedly never listened to it. I live mostly on the fringe of video game culture. I don't blame her for not
That's
listening to it. Alas, but I think it's awesome that you do something creative that makes you happy. And I am impressed by your efforts because I almost never stick with something for an entire year. Yay, JoeCam and everybody else. Keep endeavoring and congrats again. Now stop bitching about your lack of emails.
Yeah.
Lisa. Sent from my iPad.
You always have to make sure to include any kind of...
It's automatic.
You can delete it.
I know, but if you're too lazy, don't.
Well, that's part of the email.
Next email from Jared Daly. The subject is forward, you douchebags.
Forward.
I'm an
you
idiot and
douchebags.
can't read. Got the address wrong yesterday. See forwarded email. I should just not read the rest.
That's great.
Thanks for writing in.
Good email.
Thanks, Ebrick.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I can't believe people have actually been listening to you dickheads ramble incoherently for an entire solar revolution.
Yep.
Well, here's to another one,
That's
you douchebags.
like the coolest way to put a year. Solar Revolution.
Here's to another one, you douchebags. Thanks, Ebrick. Dickheads ramble.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You laugh, but it's
Breaking
true.
news. Breaking news.
Breaking?
Breaking news. Humble
Bad.
Bundle. Sid Meier Bundle.
Ooh.
That's deadly.
Civilization 5. Civilization 5 Gods and Kings. Civilization 5 Brave New World. Civilization 3 Complete. Civilization 4 the Complete Edition. Ace Patrol Pacific Sides, and Railroads.
I'm sick
That
of this
is
world.
brutal.
Bananas.
Jeez, that is crazy.
Bananers.
So yeah, so buy that. That's a thing. Holy crap.
Next email?
Yeah, I just had to
From-
get that out because I got the email and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Next email from Chris Serrani, a.k.a. Flick, who's at MagFest. Mm-hmm. The subject is Happy Bonerversary. So
That's my favorite kind.
This ought to be a good one. Hello, SML Podcast. I hear you are having an anniversary to celebrate being alive for 1 year. I have heard of you, but I may have only listened for a little while a few times. Probably twice.
may have.
Probably
He
twice.
doesn't know. He might. I
Not
might have.
entirely sure.
I might have listened to it. And I don't
Hey,
remember.
people get drunk and do things they regret. Regardless, my boner
That's
is
how I exist.
Regardless, my boner is pointing in your general direction, which can only mean that it is
Nice.
wishing you the best on your accomplishments thus far and for all the times to come.
Ah.
With the U. JoeCam.
Of course.
JoeCam. JoeCam.
Can I see that? I want to see
Yes.
how that's spelled out.
JoeCam.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
That's how I would have said it.
Yeah. Joe is cool. He should host the show because he sounds like a manly man of man knowledge on things related to games, beef, and boners. If he already hosts the show, then continue to the next paragraph.
Okay, continue to the next paragraph.
On a related topic to boners and games, I am working on creating my first video game.
Boners and...
I won't say much about it yet, but if it comes to a reality near you in the future, I shall hope that this amazing boner cast will review and talk about how awesome this game may or may not be, and whether or not you gave it a boner or 3.
We will
As
talk
long
about
as you
it.
provide
Now-
a review copy, then sure.
And we'll probably force me to do a dummy run of it.
Oh yeah.
On the topic of boners, there was
This is
talk.
not good.
There was talk before I called Joe and I asked him how feasible it was. For
We are
us
not
to,
doing a fleshlight giveaway.
to try and do a
Nope.
fleshlight
Nope.
giveaway.
Nope. I'm broke.
But yeah, we can't because
We're not doing a
are
fleshlight
broke.
giveaway.
Nope.
But there was talk.
There was talk.
There was
for
talk
about
at the
3
last
seconds.
contest as well, but I think we all came to a realization that it's better as a joke and not as a reality.
It might become a reality one day.
Just put
An
that out there.
SML branded
We're just putting that
flash.
yeah.
An
Well,
SML
it'll be
branded. Wow.
it'd be
It's like
molded to
hooking up
Joe's
with a
anus.
fat cat girl at a convention. It's fun to talk about, but leads to nothing but regret.
And hairs.
Yes. Anyway, happy Bonerversary and have a great show. If you jab me in the side hard enough and tell me to listen in a stern tone, like a mother convincing her child that it'd be a wise decision to clean his room or else, then I may listen to this episode when it's done.
I'm gonna count
Yours
down
truly,
from 3 to 0. And if you're not listening to this podcast by the time I reach 0,
You're going to get it, mister.
you're gonna get it.
really? You do the countdown? Everyone else I know is like,
Counts
I'm going
up.
to count to 3.
Count to 3. No, I got the count.
1,
I got the count down.
2,
Listen.
and then they run.
I got the count down because as soon as you heard the number, it shouldn't matter.
True.
I my ass whooped regardless. So I'm ready. What's
Your
the next
ass is mine. You let it get to numbers.
Yep, pretty
you
much.
let it get to numbers.
Yep, pretty much.
That's right.
They could have said I'm counting down from 1, and I just like I gotta
Goodbye.
go. Like
Next email from TW Dragon.
Twidragon.
Friend Chris on Facebook. Says,
Twidragon.
Hey SML crew, happy 1-year anniversary, you dog fuckers.
Yeah.
Y'all best have me guest when my game comes out. So 2 Chris's, each working on games.
Nice.
Yep.
We like that.
Yep. I'm not gonna work on games though, because that would just make things confusing. So
I'm not going to work on changing my name to Chris.
I would hope not. It's a terrible name. I advise against it. Actually.
Next email from our very own Derek of Save Continue.
Hey.
He was drunk when he wrote this.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's even better.
Question of impotence.
Nice.
You can-
It's
in
an
the-
impotent.
I have 3 question of impotence.
Not question with a W. I have 3 question of impotence. What is the NWO of video game developers?
Wait, now hold on. Are we talking Wolfpack NWO or the original Black and White?
I don't know. They said we're taking over.
I'm a Sting fan. That's all I know.
It's if we're-
DDP all the
if
way,
we're gonna
bro.
go with people who defected and created a new organization that put out awesome product for a while and then became kind of crappy later on, I'm gonna go with Respawn because Titanfall looks really good, but you don't know if it's gonna stay.
I mean, I don't know.
EA might force them to shit out.
Can I make my own personal suggestion for Black and White NWO?
just NWO in general?
Can I just go with like either Bethesda or
Ooh, yeah, I would say Bethesda.
like I don't know, like either Bethesda or if we're talking Wolfpack, then I'll just go EA. Like, because Wolfpack wise, I want to say it would be EA. Because it's that one where you're
EA
just
didn't
like
break off though and do their own thing.
But see, Wolfpack
No, but they're
was
hated.
Huge. Wolfpack was huge.
yeah, but a lot of people hated them.
Not back then. Maybe now they get a bad rep, but back then they were the shit.
So that's EA, right? That's last time I checked.
yeah, because people loved them back in the day, but now people are just like,
Exactly. So Wolfpack NWO, I'm going EA. If it's Black and White, I'll go Bethesda
How does Bethesda go with NWO though?
because they're like a powerhouse. They can
What
pretty
did they
much do no.
defect from?
They didn't. They're just powerful. We're just going with power. Knowledge is power.
Stop looking into this.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
don't
just go
think
to the
too
next
hard into it.
question because this makes my face hurt.
I'm just giving my answer and we're moving on.
It's a poor question.
What is your
Moving on.
favorite original GBA game? No ports.
Easy peasy.
Beautiful cover girl?
Shantae.
That was Game Boy Color.
Ghostbusters 2.
Wait. First Game Boy.
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance.
Oh, Game Boy Advance?
GBA game.
Oh,
Original
he said
GBA game. Original as in no ports.
Advance Wars.
Yeah, probably Advance Wars. Advance Wars is
Fire Emblem.
Advance Wars. I'm going Advance Wars.
Nope. Golden Sun.
You're both wrong.
You're both wrong.
I'm going to go
what's
with
yours?
Golden Sun.
What's yours, Bogue?
I own 2 games. 2.
Were they ports or were they original?
Star Wars, Lego Star Wars
For the Advanced?
for the Advance, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was Cars by Disney.
Disney?
Pixar. Yeah, it was a racing game. Lightning McQueen. Those are the only 2 games.
So you
I
have a
own.
great lineup.
That's all I got. Yeah, and I'd go with the Lego Star Wars
Yeah, I'm going to go Advance Wars.
of those 2.
I'm going Advance Wars.
All
That's
right,
what I'm
I'll
doing.
throw a twist in this. What is your favorite GBA game, ports included?
See, I don't know what that means. So.
Like,
it means you can plug it into a wall.
Like my choice would be Final Fantasy VI Advance, which was ported over from the Super Nintendo.
right. Like
I
it
see.
was on something else, or it was that's what a port.
Ooh, WarioWare was
Maybe
good, too.
Fusion.
Double Dragon Advance.
Metroid Fusion. Well,
it was good. It's not a port, but
wasn't Fusion a remake of one?
no, Fusion was the one.
No,
with the,
Zero Mission was.
Yeah,
all right.
Double Dragon Advance. Maybe. I still really liked Advance Wars. I think I would still go Advance Wars.
I would still go Advance Wars.
Bogue,
I'm out.
Cars.
Cars.
And finally, if you could German suplex a historical figure, which one would it be? No Hitler.
Joe Cam.
That's not fair. Like when you say German suplex, and you
just
automatically
puts
go
that
to
in-
Hitler.
it
You
just puts that in your head.
automatically.
That's why he says no Hitler. You gotta think outside the box on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
What is
Historical
can you
figure?
describe
Joan
the
of
German
Arc.
suplex
the German
for me?
suplex.
Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc.
Is that the
Hands down.
Joan of Arc.
She'd be light.
Well, now,
you won't throw
is
your
she
back
still
out?
is she still on the stake?
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna German suplex burning
pre-steak.
Joan of Arc.
Pre-state Joan of Arc, but
Pre-steak.
she's definitely wearing the armor.
Oh, okay.
So that means like the armor's just gonna clunk her in the chin and just like knock her out or something.
It's probably gonna slice her and dice
A
her.
German suplex would be belly to back, and you
Okay, yeah.
fall backwards, and you would land on their neck.
yes?
Doesn't
Historical.
Zangief do a German?
He does
Yes.
actually.
Yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Historical figure.
I'm gonna go with Jesus Christ.
Historical figure. That is all speculation, sir.
The existence
No,
of
he
Christ?
was a real person.
Yeah, there's no speculation that he exists.
I'm not saying that he's the son of God or anything, but how many people could be like, yeah, I gave Jesus Christ the German
Now,
German
are we
suplex.
talking about pre-cross?
Pre-cross.
No, I'm going to German suplex the
With the
cross,
cross?
itself with him still on it.
No, that would be almost like a razor's edge.
Oh no, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to German suplex him onto the cross, and then they're going to
Bang.
nail his hands.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
I'm going to hell for
And
this one.
they're gonna tap 3 first, and then nails go in.
No, the tapping is going to be the nails
that's the
going in.
count.
1, 2, 3.
That might be
Ding,
one of the
ding, ding,
worst things that I've ever heard on the podcast.
Man, historical figure.
It's like top
it's-
5 right there.
Speaking of Jesus Christ, I was thinking about this today.
German
He was
suplexing.
born, and he lived for 33 years, and he knew he was gonna die. So his 30s had to been like. It's amazing that he wasn't like a stress eater or something, because he knew he was gonna die at 33. He knew it.
I'm still trying to think of my answer
We're
right
getting all
now.
philosophical here.
Why wouldn't he just like effing run? I mean,
Tim, give your answer because
Fuck
I'm still
bitches.
I'm torn between Marie Antoinette and Thomas Edison.
Marie Antoinette, nice.
I also thought about Napoleon for a bit. But
thinking. You know, I was
"Here's
thinking
your
Napoleon,
fucking
but
cake,
that's like a
bitch."
Edison, fuck you and your light bulbs.
wait.
there's
Wait,
that, or
no,
is-
I know it. I know it.
I was thinking Marie Antoinette though, just because like she's just at one of her parties at like Versailles or whatever, and I just walk up and go, "Boo!" There it is. There it is.
I'm gonna give my answer. I'm gonna give my answer on behalf of Jordan, and it's gonna be Ben Franklin.
He came to mind too.
Because
with the
Ben
Thomas
Franklin,
Edison.
Jordan has been quoted in saying, Ben Franklin was one of the worst individuals of all time. Fuck that guy.
You have to do it while he's flying the kite.
He didn't fly the kite.
Oh, he didn't?
His son did, and he took the credit for it.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, that's a good call. I'd have done
There was a lot of
Do
things
it while his son is flying the kite.
that. Son, here, hold this. You might get electrocuted, but hold this.
that's
Then
why he did it.
And then you just
Absolutely.
run up behind and German suplex him.
So yeah,
You
so I
were
want
holding the kite, bitch.
I want to German suplex him onto his glasses, and that's my answer.
You just let your son get struck by lightning.
Wasn't
You
he-
deserve
Final
this.
answer.
Wasn't he the person that Kurt and I had a discussion about this? Wasn't he the historical figure, colonial historical figure that they found a bunch of bodies buried in his basement?
Yeah, and he
Oh my
was
God.
he was predominant in hiring hookers.
Yeah, and Kurt
I
said,
can't fault him for that.
Kurt
No,
said something like, nobody cares about the fact that Ben Franklin may have been a promiscuous rapist and cannibal.
he was.
The sentence he made was like brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
so that's my final answer.
All right. Well, Derek wraps things up with thank you and cone again.
Okay,
Cone, not cone.
I'll work on that.
Also,
like ice cream cone.
also sent from my iPhone.
Oh, got it. You got to make sure that's in.
Yes, of course you do. Next one from Kyle Gatto.
Yeah, I'm ready.
10 blademode.com.
I'm ready.
Do it.
The title is Dongers. It
Dongers.
says, put your dongers up. I love you, idiot boys, to another podiversary with saving and continuing and internet fuckery.
I like fuckery.
8 out of 10.
So,
Fuckery is like one of my favorite things
10 out of
ever.
10.
10 out of 10, playedmode.com.
Played mode.
Yeah.
Played blade mode.
Blay blow.
Blade,
Dot blah.
blurred murd dirt kerm.
Next email from Jessica Perkins.
Hi.
Hers is a link to an image.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're not going to rotate, are you? Son of a bitch. All right. It is a picture with a babby on it.
Baby.
Okay, I see the babby.
It says, I
red
hope
hat.
that you grow up to be smart, tough, and wise, but I also hope that you always have the same innocence in your eyes. Happy first birthday.
Send us a birthday card. That's good.
That was a pretty awesome one.
Can that be the picture for the YouTube video? That was actually like a lot.
Actually,
that was funnier than it probably should be.
That babby right next to butt dick
Dick
or
butt.
whatever.
Dick butt.
Dick butt.
Just replace the picture of the baby with dick butt.
Put that awful red hat on dick butt.
Next email from Adam McLaren. Congrats on the year mark. Here's to keeping the train rolling for many more.
Train kept a rolling on. Yeah.
Let's see. Next from Kyle Kraus. The Smell Cast.
Carouse.
You guys-
Carouser.
You mean you made it a year? How did the rest of you guys put up with Joe for that long?
Oh, it's been longer than
That's
that.
a question.
Trust
Well,
me.
that's
ahead and
also
answer it.
because Bogue went on hiatus. So that's how he did it. And
I needed a vacation for my hiatus too.
Bogue quit.
and then Tim like he does it in spurts. So he just comes like every couple weeks. So it makes it easier.
Yeah, and I don't mean to. I'd be there every week if I could, but it's shit is difficult. And like everybody's gonna see it very soon. What's going on with that? So like a month or two, and then hopefully after the game launches, I'll have a normal schedule. Well, not after launch, after the Kickstarter's done.
Email.
I have one from William of the OneUps, but it's a picture and it's not loading for me.
I put naked Kunal.
No, it looks like a
hope
bunch
so.
of the guys performing, possibly.
Yeah, that's gotta be from Mag.
Yeah,
It looks like mag lighting.
Possibly.
It
bunch
does.
of cops with flashlights.
Mag lighting.
Okay,
It's like hand gliding at MagFest.
next email from Stefan Harris, a.k.a. Black Chad.
Oh, okay.
So-
See, there you go.
The other
Well,
darky.
see? Perfect.
It doesn't mean he listens. We've covered that.
Well, at least he's contributing.
True. Happy anniversary. There I said it. Now where are my roses and champagne? You always do this to me. Just draw me like one of your con girls, Joe.
Roses and champagne. You're just not getting stabbed now.
Or cut.
Or cut.
Next, from Jacob Garner, a.k.a. Sweatpants, who was on 2 episodes.
Sweatpants.
Hey, I thought I'd shoot you all an email congratulating you on surviving your first year. With plenty of insightful banter about video games that I will happily continue to ignore, I hope you guys keep going strong for the next few years so I can make Joe sigh when I ask, hey, did you hear about? And it's something you guys discussed a few weeks prior. Also, Cox, crapfully crap, Jacob.
Crapfully crap.
That describes our show in a nutshell.
Well, I believe that was actually derived from a Strong Bad email. Crapfully crap.
You guys don't have to end the emails with the crapfully yours and the crap is the crap. And yeah.
That was actually strangely accurate. I liked it. It sounded good in my ears.
Ear holes.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Whole ears.
Okay, we got 2 left.
Marathon.
One from Chris Taylor.
Yay!
Who is the guy who named us. And he was on the show.
He was on the show
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
It was like a month. It was like it's
like 2
or 3 weeks ago.
Nothing's ever longer than a month.
Dudes, congrats on keeping it up for 1/10 of a decade. Clearly someone actually is might listening.
Someone is might listening.
That should be our new our year 2 name.
Someone is might
listening.
Someone might listening.
Someone might listening.
I like someone might listening. I went and looked at my stack of prize CDs from the podcast naming contest, and the questionable one, when we asked him, he was like, there was some questionable stuff. We were like, well, which one? He says the questionable one was the Mustin-produced Chico Ray CD, featuring such tracks as Shitting, Holy Shit, I'm Going to Fuck You, and Remember My Pussy, which was my mom's favorite. I just want to say that CD is amazing. It's not it might have questionable content on it, but the quality is beyond amazing.
Oh my god!
I should play shitting.
Yeah, play one at the end of.
I'll play shitting at the end of this.
Oh my god!
The only questionable thing is if your ear holes are ready for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll play some Chico. Anyway, thanks for all the memories and the giant box of prizes. I swear I will one day properly catalog them and post somewhere. So, then our final email from Charles Margolis. Big congrats to you guys on your 1-year anniversary. Keep up the good work. And now I have a few questions for you to tackle.
I'm ready.
Number 1, thoughts on CM Punk leaving the WWE?
Honestly, I thought it was going to happen sooner. That's nowhere to lie. I haven't been watching wrestling because of how much it's been pissing me off on how much they are neglecting him. Period.
Yeah. I'm guessing you two don't have anything at all to say on that one.
And fuck Batista and fuck that company in general.
This is just about CM Punk right now.
Just say it.
You'll get to vent about Batista in a few seconds. I think it sucks CM Punk left.
The period of time that I watched wrestling was when you lived in Berwick and I'd come over. And most of the times I'd get drunk and pass out because I was on Benadryl to survive your cats. So that was my. I know who CM Punk is, and now I know what a briefcase, Money in the Bank
briefcase. Yeah,
well, and I know what that is. But
and then your snoring would wake you up at 3:00.
The only time I ever watched wrestling was I've never watched wrestling.
There you go. There you go.
You're missing out.
No, I'm not.
No, not anymore. No, you're not.
For those who don't know, CM
anymore.
Punk wasn't too happy with where he's being positioned in the company, and he's tried working through it and putting up with everything. He's been working hurt for years, and because he's straight edge, he doesn't take any kind of painkillers or drugs. So he can't just pop a Vicodin and feel better. He works through all the pain.
I can't pop a Vicodin and feel better either.
Me either.
But he feels that he's being disrespected, and he's burnt out and tired. And
that's because he is being disrespected.
And instead of where he should be in some kind of main event match at WrestleMania. And I think the straw that broke the camel's back for him was Batista came back after 4 years. His first match back was the Royal Rumble, and he won it. So he's going to headline WrestleMania in a match that nobody wants.
Yep.
And CM Punk walked out. And a lot of people are hoping that...
I think the main reason why, like, even just CM Punk as a character in general, because... That's obviously...
Wait, character? They're not real?
he's still a real person, but I'm saying like his persona. His persona I am drawn to because it is the most like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Minus the beer, obviously, but the attitude. The thing that wrestling lacks is attitude, and that's why I don't watch it anymore.
Wait, I thought they had a whole era.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, not anymore.
Attitude era wrestling was amazing.
When the
Attitude Era stopped, that's when wrestling stopped being good.
Did they send it a memo? Guys, no more attitude at all.
Pretty much. They're rated PG now instead of 14.
Yep. So
they toned it down. They're more kid friendly.
So yeah, fuck wrestling, essentially.
See, I can't.
The only wrestling that I would love to see is a new Fire Pro Wrestling. That's what I would like to see.
I can't say fuck WWE because Daniel Bryan is still there. You can't see it now unless we use this as the.
I will still say fuck the WWE because I like Daniel Bryan as a character as well, and Daniel Bryan isn't getting anything either, and the fans obviously enjoy him, and the company's just like, fuck you guys.
I don't know.
Like, all right,
I guess we'll see.
Fine.
They could always change plans. Apparently, everything that was set in stone for WrestleMania is up in the air with the whole CM Punk walkout. I can't wait until Raw's in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's supposed to be in the coming weeks, which is CM Punk's hometown, and they're one of the rowdiest crowds that WWE goes to.
You know what'd be even funnier? If nobody shows up.
The entire night, people are going to be chanting for CM Punk.
Probably.
And I can't wait. But anyway, number 2, WrestleMania 30. What matches do you want?
None.
Like, do something.
Here's the match that I want for WrestleMania 30. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the entire roster. Period.
Well, I would love... an honest match I would love to see Stone Cold come back for is Stone Cold versus Punk.
Dude, I would shit bricks. Period.
And they've both gone on record saying that they want that match.
I would shit bricks.
Austin said if he were to come back for one more match, he would want it to be against Punk.
Yep. That'd be fucking awesome.
Other than that, I would like to see Lesnar and Taker go at it.
Meh. Saw it.
When?
Way back. Fucking way back.
At WrestleMania?
Not at WrestleMania, but they fought.
WrestleMania is a different story.
Way back.
The reason why I wouldn't want to see that because then if they make Taker lose,
they won't. Not to Lesnar.
That's exactly. But with the way the company is right now, they probably would just to be like, hey, fuck you out, like whatever. See, I want to see none.
I would like to see that because Taker only wrestles once a year anymore, and he usually puts everything he has into that match. And Brock Lesnar is willing to do some crazy shit for his few matches in wrestling.
I don't want to see it.
I'd love to see that. And then I want to see Daniel Bryan win the championship at WrestleMania. That's what I want.
Or the only other thing that I would like to see is DDP versus the roster. The whole locker room.
That's never going to happen.
I know.
Like, he wants realistic ideas.
That is realistic.
No, it isn't.
Sure it is. In my mind, it is.
Oh, my God.
No, I am... Wrestling does not exist to me anymore.
I honestly think Daniel Bryan wrestling for the championship, winning it at WrestleMania, and ending the show with 75,000 people chanting yes together would be one of the greatest moments. Outside of when Chris Benoit won the championship and him and Eddie Guerrero celebrated together.
Like I said, I am not interested in wrestling anymore because of the stuff that they've been pulling. Period. I haven't been I've been vaguely interested in wrestling for maybe a couple years, where I'd check in and see where it's at, but every time I've checked in, I'd be like, nope, still not good. Bye. Not interested.
I'm excited for the network. $10 a month, you get all the pay-per-views and
dude. Honestly, the
history.
only thing that would be interesting to that for me is to just go back as if they had every single Raw
apparently
from the 90s.
That was the. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I just heard on another reliable podcast the other night that it's going to act like a Netflix type.
It is.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, yeah, wouldn't you be able to look up those then?
I don't know if they're going to have
I don't think they're going to have complete episodes of Raw from the old days. They're going to have, to their claims, every WWE,
pay-per-view.
WCW, and ECW pay-per-view.
I gotcha.
Now, I will say this.
I don't believe them.
I would like to see, what was it? It was WCW Halloween Havoc
Wrestling Cast
with Sting and DDP. I would love to watch that again.
Hey, these are questions from a listener. So We have to address
I'm
these.
just saying.
I want to see Sting with The Undertaker.
It's never going to happen.
It might happen.
Really
That'll never fucking happen.
with Paul Bearer.
He's dead.
That'll never happen.
Versus Demolition.
Demolition.
With the fucking
I want to see Sting, the
spikes.
musical artist,
Against Sting the wrestler. Apparently, Sting is this close to signing a contract with WWE.
And that'll make me not want to watch it that much more.
Oh, he's
Why?
how old now?
Dude, he's got to be like fucking like 60 something.
Yeah, he's old.
I think he's 50s.
Well, how old is Hulk
Google.
Hogan? How old is
Google.
Hulk Hogan?
Hogan doesn't wrestle.
Google,
anymore,
help me.
No.
Yeah,
No.
He's supposedly coming back to WWE as well, but in a non-wrestling capacity.
Let's see here. Sting the
Because
wrestler.
Maybe a ref that
Sting's
gets
got to be about the
Wikipedia.
same age as Hogan.
Right now, he is, let's see here, age 54.
Yeah, I
said
knew he was
50s.
up there.
He's
How
old.
old is
He looks like shit, dude.
how old is Hulk Hogan?
I don't know.
94.
I don't know, something like that.
94.
Yeah, I don't think the network is going to have every pay-per-view ever because I don't think they'll ever acknowledge that Over the Limit 1999 ever happened.
I just want. Can we have an XFL network, please?
That'd be cool.
I would watch
You guys know what
XFL.
happened to Over the Limit 99? No. That's the one where Owen Hart died.
Owen Hart died.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's
yeah.
they're not going to put that on
I
there.
don't think they'll offer that one on their service.
No, not to mention the fact that like I don't know, like there was some really interesting like if they're gonna do WCW ones, I would be interested in going back and watching those. Like I said, Halloween. I know it was a Halloween Havoc, and it was Sting versus DDP. Like there was a
Tim
bunch
is
of like,
getting so disinterested in this show.
there was a
now.
bunch of there was a,
Vogue have been on, like
there was a bunch of like
Some
gravestones that
twiddling
was
cast.
like in
Folks
the
just
walkway,
spilling
like
more
when you're
drinks
walking
now.
out. It was just it was killer. I don't know.
Now I'm doing it on purpose.
Okay, next question. Next
Like,
question.
drink
We'll,
on
we'll
the
leave the
floor.
wrestling behind.
Yeah.
Who is the greatest gaming composer of all time?
Nobuo Uematsu
I think him and Koji Kondo are
or
Jake Kaufman,
Jake Kaufman,
Domo arigato.
Danny B.
Dale North.
No,
Danny Elfman.
me.
no, who's the guy who does music for fucking Shadows of the Damned?
That was who was that?
Akira something.
I forget.
Kira Yamaoka or something.
Yeah, they do the soundtrack.
He did the Silent
for-
Hill stuff too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yasunori Mitsuda's up there.
Motherfucking oh my god, that Shadows of the Damned soundtrack.
It was. That was so good.
The
It was
extended
tight.
soundtrack is so good, it's ridiculous.
There you go. Yuzo Koshiro, Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Etrian Odyssey. Chris Taylor was talking to him up with the Etrian Odyssey soundtracks.
I think it's well.
Bo, do you have anything to contribute
What
towards
game?
gaming
What is
composers?
your favorite game music?
Mega Man.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Solid.
Who's that?
I don't remember.
A Rival.
That
It was
stuff's
A
always
Rival.
cool.
it was
A-Rival.
it was a
A
rival.
Rivals. Technically, A Rivals a
Technically.
video game composer.
He did the soundtrack for Street Fighter Cross Mega Man.
He did.
If
And he has a song
if you did
in
another
Street Fighter
video game,
HD remix.
Street Fighter HD remix.
if you did another video game CD,
I'm going
I would
to.
definitely request
you
the Mega
do-
Man song.
Well, the thing is
Some of
like
them
I
are
want to
really cool.
try and find ones that like most people. I mean, obviously, if I do any Mega Man song, like it's going to be covered a bajillion times from a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
Yeah.
The harmonize, like I would love to harmonize guitar solos.
Just don't do Wily's Castle, and I think it'll be okay.
I'm not going to do Wily's Castle.
And then the final question from him is, what is your greatest gaming moment?
I actually know that off the top of my head.
Well, you can go first then.
This one's really shallow too, but I was young.
Beating Mario 1.
Beating Mario 1. No, it was so. I was a teenager. I had to have been like 15 or something, and I was dating a girl, and there was a guy who sort of like kind of pulled her away from me, and I found out that he also played Counter-Strike at the time, and I found the server he played on, so I jumped in to play against him, just as some sort of like shallow vendetta.
Yeah.
And it actually came down to a 1v1. I can't remember the name of the map because it's not in rotation anymore. But he was on the tees and he planted the bomb, and I literally killed the last few people leading up to him. It became a 1v1. I got him and defused the bomb in time. I think I never played Counter-Strike again after that. It was too intense.
Nice.
Because there was like fake stakes out there for me at that point. That's the only like really tense, crazy moment that I can remember that was.
I mean,
It doesn't have to be a tense moment, like your greatest accomplishment.
That was, and I can't even say it was an accomplishment, but it was just some sort of like really crazy moment in gaming history for me.
That works.
Personally, yeah.
Chris?
maybe beating Jordan.
You beat your
No.
fiance?
No.
Oh my god.
No, beating the song Jordan on Guitar Hero 2. I think that might, I don't know. I've done a lot of really interesting things in games. I mean, that was the first time that I actually took
I'm going to save that sound clip. Chris, what's your favorite illegal activity? Maybe beating Jordan.
No, I have
what
pictures.
Did you do on your
Hold on.
anniversary?
I have pictures.
Maybe beating Jordan.
I have pictures. Let's see here. I have pictures on my Facebook profile when it happened because I did it in college.
What kind of plans do you have for Christmas? Maybe beating Jordan.
Let me try and find it here.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Maybe beating Jordan. You can't make.
You guys are
Magfest.
assholes. Where?
You can't make Magfest. What are you doing that's so important? Maybe beating Jordan.
Oh God, the internet is out. I lost the internet. What happened to the internet?
That's impossible.
It's gone. Internet is gone. The internet is no more. It has ceased to be. It is an ex-internet.
I'm trying to think of other really crazy game moments I've had that were like big deals.
Like that. I mean, I used to do competitive Counter-Strike. We would have tournaments down at the game studio. I don't know if anybody remembers the game studio at all.
No.
The game.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the game studio was this place in between Wilkes-Barre and Nanticoke that used to have like Magic tournaments, but there was a LAN room in the back that people used to like LAN Diablo and Counter-Strike and all that stuff, and they would have competitive Counter-Strike tournaments there.
I fucked somebody up there once.
And you know, I used to play there and do some tournaments, and there was a couple tournaments that I ended up doing really, really well on, but the team that I had, like, we were a very trollish kind of team, but we didn't do it like
Counter-Strike, if you're good, you control so hard.
Yeah, I mean, we trolled. But we weren't like trolling all the time. Like we trolled when it was necessary. Essentially.
I wish I knew they had tournaments. I would have went down.
Dude, it was awesome.
I would have wrecked people. That was in my
And even
I
will say this, actually just last Saturday. This past Saturday, I was telling Joe about it before we started recording, actually, when we were driving down. There is a bar in Nanticoke that my buddy bartends at, and every Saturday they have Wii bowling tournaments.
That's fun.
Now, what they do is it's a $5 buy-in for everybody, and it pays out all of the money that ends up, like, whoever shows up, like, that's all the money that goes into the pool. They pay out for first, second, and third place. My buddy went there, I think it was, he said it was just last week or 2 weeks ago. He paid his $5 buy-in, and he made like $70 or $80.
Wow.
It was fucking nuts.
I just imagine Bo going there and being like, hold on, I got to get ready. And like, he goes and like kind of sits on a couch in the bar and just is like, I'm ready.
Totally.
Well, the funny thing is there's no rules as to how you bowl. So,
you can do
what
the
I used to do,
shit.
So I used to do like, and this is what I'm going to do next week because they also have handicaps. So this past week I went and I bowled like shit, but that's because I'm getting a 41 point handicap this Saturday. So I'm going to show up and fucking stomp face. And win some money. So.
I'll tell you what I do when I play Wii bowling with my kids. They all stand up and they're running and everything in the living room. I pull up the computer chair because I need the right.
Yeah,
I need the right arm motion. And when I'm sitting on the couch, I can't do it. There's a table there and everything. I pull up the computer chair and I'm just there the whole time, leaning back, swinging my arm.
Lean back.
And my son's like, "How do you always get strikes?" I'm like, "You gotta attack it from the side. You gotta lean over the chair, Drake. You know." It's fun.
So, ripping off people at your Wii tournament is going to be your greatest moment in gaming?
it depends on if it works. If it works, then that might be like currently, that'll be pretty fun.
I actually remembered my favorite one.
So that'll be your greatest gaming. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause-
No. I mean, it's probably going to be my competitive Counter-Strike and Diablo. Actually,
How the fuck did we get to Wii Bowling then? Greatest
he's got-
gaming
and he's
moment.
we got on tournaments.
and he's gonna eat next week, so it's gonna be sweet. Great moment,
Before you, Tim, Bogue.
and enough cash for Taco Bell.
Bogue.
Yes,
Greatest moment in gaming
my
for you?
greatest moment in gaming history
Cars up for the GBA.
is
beating
no,
cars.
actually, Mortal Kombat in the arcade. You know, where everyone lines up their freaking
Yep.
quarters.
Yep.
When the Mortal Kombat 2 came out and you discovered a new move or a new person or something like that.
New fatality.
Yeah, and you're just like, because you don't know anything yet. It just came out. I discovered, I think it was like how to make reptile spit, and I was just like blown away. You know, it was so cool. So then I'm like I was like, how do you do that? And I actually won. So I was all proud of myself.
The best was in Mortal Kombat 2 when you were Reptile and using that force ball. When you figure that out for the first time, you're like, what the fuck was that? And then you just do it every time. Just
I love those moments. Like, how did I just do that? How did I do that? And everyone's just like, I don't know, you know. And you're spinning that damn joystick around, smashing buttons, trying to figure it out.
This is the part of the Pringles they never show you in the commercial.
No, you just have to like. See, I would always cut the tube, but I want to make an octobon out of it for my drum kit. So
An octobong?
It's the raccoon hand trap of the Pringles, you know? It's like, you can get your hand out, just let go of the Pringles. No, I can't let go of the Pringles.
All right, Tim, what's your real
All right, so
proudest moment?
we had a surprise LAN party for my friend Victor the one night.
Surprise butt sex?
And I think we had about 8 computers, which is, I believe it was a full game of Command & Conquer Generals.
Victor's Vector.
I'm really fucking good at that game. So we did 2 teams, North versus South, which is everybody who's on the bottom of the map fights everybody who's on the top of the map. There's a canyon in the middle of the map that runs that border. I built a base on the northern side of the border as like a forward position. Somebody finds it, and it was this kid who didn't really like me that much, actually because of the game studio, because I kicked his ass in Counter-Strike.
Fucking game studio, man.
And he had anger issues. So he found my little base and sent like probably legitimately 80 to 100 tanks at me. And I was
God.
like, and the thing is, the faction I was playing, their little defensive towers shoot rockets, and they turn vehicles off, they EMP them for about a second or two. And I had 3 of these in front of my base, and I was microing them all so that I was shutting off each tank that came up so it couldn't shoot. And it caused this massive, like, buildup of like a wall of shut off tanks that I kept deactivating the ones in front. The ones behind couldn't get around to shoot. And he's laughing at me. He's sitting directly across from me at the table, and he's laughing. He's like, I found you. I'm going to whoop you. He's like, you're fucking done. And I'm like, don't worry, the bombers are coming. On all of my hotkeys, which was pretty much, I think it was 5 through 0 on my keyboard, were groups of jets, and that do like these massive area of effect bombs. And once again, special to this faction. And I had them come over and bomb the entire line from the clump at the front all the way back to his base, the entire line of tanks, and hit shit in his base. And when I did this and he was laughing at me, I looked at him and go, don't worry, the bombers are coming. Like, I was just completely stone-faced. Don't worry, the bombers are coming. And it completely decimated his entire fucking army. And then I came in with like 2 guys and just finished him. He goes, fuck this game, stands up, rips the cords out of its computer, and storms out of the house and went home. It was a magical time.
That's a pretty solid moment.
Honestly, any kind of like competitive gaming kind of setup, like you're gonna get those really interesting moments. I mean, even the release of Diablo 3, when we were sitting outside of GameStop
was fun, yeah.
with Diablo 2, we landed a bunch of laptops and we were stealing their power. And we did, we all started hardcore characters. At the same time, we pulled our classes from a hat. And you tried to level up as much as you possibly can within the time frame, within 15 minutes before they were going to open. And then we all PvP'd at the end.
No, there's only 2 of you that got to PvP at the end, right?
It was me and you.
No, I died, I thought.
Yeah, I killed you.
No, I thought I died earlier. Did I not?
No,
We had hardcore characters.
Guamer died before. Kris died before.
Okay, yeah, it was you and me because I was completely like, what was I? It was something stupid. And I couldn't even. I was like a pally.
No, you were an assassin, and you. Or no.
No, I was an assassin.
Yeah, and you couldn't like. Or no, I was the assassin because I never played her before, and I was setting the traps everywhere, so you couldn't even like come near me, and you're just getting like decimated from all these fucking traps. And
there was
stuff,
some sort of ranged thing that let me not get near you. I think I was a paladin and you were.
And I was the assassin or something.
Because I had no ranged ability whatsoever. So
I just stood like, and I just ran from him, and he just fucking stood there and just kept taking his damage,
just
like
chasing after him, like get the fuck back. Yeah, I just remember chasing and not catching you.
That was fun.
No,
all right, my moments. You guys had enough moments. Yeah. My moments. The joke moment is my PS4 dying in 3 weeks.
That was your favorite?
No, that's my joke favorite, or not favorite. Your greatest moment.
That was a great moment.
Great moment in gaming.
Greatness awaits.
Greatness awaited. Like, the greatness awaited the FedEx guy.
Yeah, right.
My funny great moment is finally beating Visions on hard
on Rock Band.
In Rock Band 2.
That took me a little.
Have no fail on, so I legitimately had to survive that song. I got 74%, 3 stars, but I fucking beat it on hard. I beat it.
That song took me a while, and I mean, like, my background is primarily like metal and tech metal and stuff like that, but still, like that song was a bitch.
And
it
then
really was.
My honest greatest moment in gaming was the first time that I beat Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo by myself, and I just sat and watched the half-hour-long ending.
Oh, wait, which game was that?
Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy VI.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was like 26 minutes, something crazy like that.
Did Kojima direct that one?
No, it's a fantastic ending. It's
sat and watched it by himself.
Yeah.
Hey,
I remember watching those long cutscenes in my apartment in Nescopac when Remy would play, but that was, I believe, PS1.
Wait, I was going to say
7 or 8.
Remy, our friend Remy. This was during the time where I didn't mind about video games because my life was a video game. I watched him play Final Fantasy like it was like a movie, and I was just sitting there and I just watched him play for hours at a time. So you know where my head was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Some of those cutscenes are like ridiculously long. You know.
Combat medic.
But I still think Final Fantasy VI has one of the greatest greatest endings in gaming history.
I liked Shadows of the Dam. That was fun.
Yeah, we're done with the email. That was the last email.
I have one thing that I want us to do for our year anniversary for next year, because thank goodness that it's on a February, because I want to do predictions of what we think is going to happen over the course of the year. Just one prediction each of us.
Oh, God.
Of what we think is going to happen in games this year.
My prediction is that you're going to show up for 8 more episodes this year.
No, in games industry.
Games industry. Okay.
In gaming, I think.
Let me see here.
Like, for each company? Or
No,
just one in general.
Just one general prediction about or we could do like 2 or 3 and just keep going around the table.
Predictions for the year.
I think things are going to turn around for Nintendo when Mario Kart and Smash Brothers come out, because things are already starting to turn around with Mario coming out. Like, things are starting to climb a bit. Their sales are starting to climb. I think they're going to drop the price one more time. Yeah, I think they need to.
Well, hold on. We got to make this. It's got to be. It can't be multiple things in it's got to be. I think Nintendo's going to turn it around. That's the prediction.
I think they're going to turn it around with the games coming out and another price drop.
Okay.
Does the Wii U have a Zelda game yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wind Waker HD.
Well, not in a true.
Yeah, not its own. Actually, Kmart still has a Zelda bundle over there.
They do, and they have the Mario ones too.
Yeah.
I want the Zelda one because I never played Wind Waker, but
here we go.
It has a special Zelda controller with it.
I know.
That scratch.
Why do we ask Chris to do anything on the spot?
He had like
I didn't know we were asking to do
minutes.
anything. I thought we were talking about Zelda. So they finally have the Zelda game out and they have the Mario game out.
Yeah.
And then your iconic Nintendo specific games that they need to come out for Nintendo to boost
Mario
things up.
Kart, I think, is April or May.
Mario Kart's one of them, yeah.
And then Smash Brothers is supposed to be this year as well.
Okay.
And I think
That's gonna help
that'll help
tremendously.
turn around Nintendo around.
Is there any
I was
kind of,
honestly, I probably would have said the same thing that Joe did. So I'm trying to come up with something else.
any kind of Castlevania thing in the works?
Nothing for the Wii.
They just did the collections thing. didn't they?
Lords of Shadow 2 is coming out as well.
But that's not
for
on the Wii.
I
U.
mean, for the Wii U.
Yeah, it's not on that.
They have some downloadable.
Oh,
like the
Castlevania!
NES
I thought
games.
Castlevania was like strictly Wii or Nintendo.
Never.
Nope.
Really?
Not.
Well, there you go. That's Bogue for you.
You want Bogue back?
That's Bogue for you.
His prediction is Castlevania returns to the Nintendo.
What else is Nintendo specific? Kirby, right?
Yeah.
They're making a Kirby 3DS game,
Okay, that's not Wii U, so that won't.
but
help
they already said that it's going to be 3DS. So I mean, like they probably wouldn't do a 3DS one and then within the same year do a Kirby on the
never
Wii
know.
U as well. They might. I mean, but
So what's your prediction, Chris?
fuck, man.
Tim, what's your prediction?
Valve will
go-
show off the Source 2 engine this year.
Fuck
already
that. Yeah,
did.
that's no, it's not. No, it's not.
There's a
I-
lot of. There's
I
been
said
a
I
lot
thought
of
they
rumors.
already did, but-
there's been a lot of rumors floating around. For
I don't-
a while.
I mean,
follow Valve.
they've shown pictures
Well, no, pictures
they haven't
were leaked.
leaked,
Quote,
right?
unquote.
Quote unquote, something leaked from
Does
Valve.
Half-Life get announced this year? Half-Life 3?
Fuck
well,
no.
So now, here's the interesting thing about that is that the last time we saw a respectable Half-Life game was the Orange Box, and that was. I think that they're kind of lining things up because now we have Portal 2's out, so next in line is Portal 3.
I want to say
Left 4 Dead 3 would be next on the plate.
I was just gonna
Well,
say
yeah.
Left 4 Dead 3 is probably going to be the next one from
I'm
Valve.
just thinking, how fucking ridiculous would it be if they put out if they did like another Orange Box and had Left 4 Dead 3, Portal 3, Half-Life 3? Because man, it could happen,
There's no way.
Not for $60.
dude. Look at when Orange Box
Orange
came
Box
out, though.
came out at like 40.
That was
I know, and those were all games that were already out except for Portal and Team Fortress?
Portal, Team Fortress 2, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Episode 2 was already out.
No, it was
No,
not.
it wasn't.
That debuted on that. So
Okay, but that's still an episode of. It's not Half-Life 3, and it's
yeah,
not
but it
Left
was
4 Dead 3.
it was the best thing they've
Hell,
ever made outside
Portal
of Portal
2 got its own standalone $60
Yeah,
game.
that's why I'm saying like there's an interesting thing because Valve loves trolling the number 3, and the fact that they're going to have a lineup of games with 3 in the title, and it's not out of the realm of possibility for them to give somebody a massive value.
They're not. I don't foresee them doing a Team Fortress 3 anytime soon.
Probably not.
That I do not see.
The hat economy's
I want
rolling too hard.
Exactly. That not only that, and the leaked images that I had seen from the Steam developer conference thing, them showing like what their plans are and stuff like that, and how they want to build the company and stuff like that. I don't foresee them doing any other new IPs other than the only one I would see would be Left 4 Dead 3. It's the only other one that I could possibly see.
Oh yeah, Left 4 Dead 3 is. I'm pretty sure that's coming out. But
I mean, I don't know if I could really make any other predictions. I'm hoping, even though this is going to be, I don't think this is very far-sighted, but I really do think that this expansion for Diablo is going to get a lot more players more interested in it.
so is that your prediction?
That's a prediction.
Bogue, what's your prediction?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Diablo.
Chris is going nowhere with this.
So I guess
My
we're not going
prediction-
to 3 predictions. We're just doing one.
My prediction is that the PS4 is going to come up with a better live system, more like Xbox Live, and Xbox Live is going to drop the 360 everything, just like it did with the original Xbox when the 360 came out, because of the Xbox One. I think that's going to happen this year, and it's really going to piss me off.
I can't
don't
see that
think that's
happening
gonna
this
happen.
year.
I really don't think they're going to do that because of how huge the install base is.
I can't see that happening this year.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I know it's going to happen.
I could see them stop releasing games for the 360 pretty much after Fable, but it was years before they shut off live for the original Xbox.
Yeah, it took a long time.
And now
I figured it'd be quicker this year because...
And now that there's so much content that's linked to Xbox Live, I don't think they're going to flip off the Switch for the 360.
I don't think they can.
I think there would be too much backlash.
Yeah, honestly, I think so.
People who are like, I have 300 Xbox Live arcade games, and you're just going to flip the Switch off?
And like everything I have saved is on the cloud, which... They do that, it's gone.
Well, then they won't just flip it off one day. They'll be like, "Hey, we're shutting off servers in a year.
Back your shit up." Like, yeah,
they're gonna be like, "Hey, we're gonna shut this off. You're fucked." You know?
Hey, we're shutting this off. 20 minutes. Start downloading.
We're gonna shut this off in 3 minutes.
we're gonna flip the servers in 3.
It's gonna happen eventually, and I just think it's gonna happen sooner than I want it to happen.
I don't foresee it happening this year.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen this year.
Okay, maybe not this year, but that was my prediction. I'm allowed to have my prediction.
True.
Well, you're allowed to be wrong. So.
Oh yeah, I am. But
that's Bogue for you.
And the other thing is I think PlayStation 4 is gonna be a better online. Gaming, just like the Xbox Live is, I think they're going to figure that shit out, and people are going to get excited for it.
It'd be nice. I'm still not a fan of the PlayStation Store, like the store on PS4 and on PS3. I hate the store so much. I miss the old store.
Here's a prediction, and I don't know if it's going to be right, but
God, this will be 20 minutes.
No. But here's something that I'd actually like to see for this year. Is there any? Can we do?
Coming back.
Can we do here? One thing for everybody of what they would like to see within this year. I would like to see some interesting rhythm games come back into the mix.
I want to see Rock Band come back.
Well, I don't know if Rock Band would come back, but at least something that would be interesting.
What we want. You said what we want. I want to see Rock Band come back, and I want to see Xbox announce some new IP exclusives.
I'd like to see that from Nintendo.
I want Sudeki 2. Which
Tim,
will never happen.
What would you like to see? Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3.
Jade Empire 2.
Jade Empire 2.
I agree
Jade
with the Rock
Empire's
Band,
the
and
shit.
also I think that it's very possible to do like a like Rock Band did with the Beatles and Van Halen, I think, was one, and
That was Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Metallica.
Guitar Hero.
Green Day.
Green Day was
Green Day.
Rock Band.
Green Day, AC/DC.
AC/DC.
AC/DC was just like a pack.
It was, yeah.
So I think that it would be a real big thing once whoever controls the rights to the Led Zeppelin.
That was already talked about. That was PAX last year. I went to the panel.
Yeah, but I'm just
like
saying,
they already had. Like I got to see the mocked intro to the game.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to happen someday, unless it takes too long. Because you know who's holding that from happening is whoever Jimmy Page were playing or whatever, because they don't want to see the music go. But once the music, it's like the Beatles one happened when Michael Jackson bought the Beatles.
He owned the rights
library
to their
or whatever.
To their yeah.
As soon as he owned the rights to it, it came out. And then he
owned the rights to it for years.
I thought it was just that sale or whatever.
No, I think it was when Michael Jackson
when he
sold
died.
The rights.
No, it was when Michael Jackson died.
Well, then it's the other way around. And I'm just saying, as soon as something happened, the rights changed hands.
Right,
is when it happened.
The rights to the Led Zeppelin tunes are not going to change hands within the next couple of years. I don't foresee that happening unless the remaining members die. Which even then, I don't think it would change.
I have a prediction. I predict that I'm going to announce the music for this week, and we're going to end this 3-hour-long podcast.
That's a good prediction. I like it.
It's been 3 hours.
2.5.
But I do want to. I want to.
Okay, then another half hour. Go, Bogue.
I want to bring up one more thing, because there's been talk about changing the name of the Fagfest, and I'm not behind that.
What, Magfest?
No,
or Fagfest?
No,
Fagfest. There's a lot of people, because obviously since the first year that I had a Fagfest, like the acceptance of the word has changed significantly in recent years.
And yet you're throwing N-bombs, you know? You're like, niggas
Yeah,
and
but you know
bitches
what?
That
and
has
whatever.
changed
The main
too.
thing is,
And a black person like that, so I'm allowed.
Listen,
My one black friend liked it.
Yeah.
that means it's okay. The
it's
main
an
thing is,
acronym.
Actually, the
it's an
guy we did
exactly, it's an acronym.
It's an
So if
acronym.
you make it like fat and gaming,
that, if anything, it's going to be Potato Fest.
potato
Because
fest.
everybody wants to come see Potato.
But that I know
Potato
I read
fest.
that too. But that it just totally erases the history of everything. I mean, we had
Dude, the cottage is gone.
I know
We're
but
never
we
going
had,
to be
we
there.
had the St. Faggots Day party, and we had the Fagtoberfest sausage party. I mean, Halloweenist. That was
We
a
had
good one.
Fagmorial Day,
Yeah,
Independence Day,
Independence Day.
Fagfest with a 4 for the A for Independence Day.
These are just
These were real parties that we had.
these are just
when
fond
I
memories of
moved
mine.
away, we had Fagfest Final Fagacy.
Oh man. So
These happened.
I know there were real events, but essentially,
I've never been to Magfest, but I've never missed a Fagfest.
well,
So that's where you know where my priorities lie.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think the name will stick if we have another party. I think it'll be Potato Fest.
Potato fest. Does that mean I have to make like potato pancakes and like?
Everyone's going to eat raw potatoes.
Everyone has to dress up like Russians and drink potato vodka.
Oh no.
It's a sad day. It's a sad day
Yeah.
when that happens.
Is
So-
Iron Editor gonna come back?
I don't know. It depends on who shows up and if they want to do it.
I think that's what we need to announce right here and now. Are you on Bogue's side? Keep the fag back in the Fag Fest.
Put the fag back in Fag Fest.
Let's go, everyone.
Put the
right
fag
in,
back in Bogue.
Email us. Email us and give us your input on that, because
Come on, faggots.
this is something I'm not going to back down.
You're not going to back down on because you're not going to be on the podcast for like months or whatever. You're like, yeah, send all your hate mail to them. I'll just sit back
Chris,
and
let's
laugh.
make
Coming
a
up on
prediction.
a-
Who's going to join us more this year, Bogue or Tim?
I'm coming up on a hiatus, but then I'll be back.
None of the above.
Kunal's going to join us.
Kunal will be on it more. I don't know.
I tried to get him to come, but couldn't.
You need to tickle him underneath more.
Tickle the balls. That'll get him to come.
That'll get him to come more.
Close your eyes. He's a
Got
squirter.
it. I stayed at his house for 24-hour game jam, or 48-hour game jam. There's some hours. Things happen.
There's
But
some hours in
he's
games.
Like,
and
he's
stuff.
like, all right, you're staying there. He's like, sorry about the room. It's like his little sister's room. It's like everything is pink and frilly in there. And I'm like, oh god, this is just wrong.
No, that
so
was Kunal's
wrong.
room.
It was cool.
It was.
I've been there. I know what's
Although
up.
the funniest thing about sleeping in that room is on the bookcase. I looked at the books and I read like half of the books that were up there. I was like,
I get
So you're like,
Tim is officially taking over Fagfest, I guess.
and then no. Tim was secretly thinking like, oh, I don't know if I've met his sister before, but I think I might want to.
no, I'm thinking maybe Kunal likes me because I'm really like his little sister. I'm like family, just lighter skinned.
I like to imagine that Kunal's sister is just Kunal with a wig on. Guys, come on.
Oh
blonde
my
wig.
Guys,
god.
guys,
Oh,
come on.
I didn't show you the picture of Kunal I took too. So
While he was sleeping.
Kunal works at NJ.
There really is no sister. It's just
Kunal just goes to the bathroom and then comes back with a wig. Hi guys.
Kulina.
There are staff pictures on the walls in the hallways at NJIT, and Len and I kind of vandalized one of them. We gave him a little bandana there, headband guy. It was going to be a backwards baseball cap, but that was really hard to fold. Considering all I had was a chewing gum wrapper and tape I peeled off a wall.
Oh man. Shout out to Len.
What up, Len? Len, if you're listening.
I think we need to
What up?
end this show.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. Power Man 5000 cast. See how long we can go.
probably one of the worst bands that ever came out.
Dude, you know what's really terrible? Like,
Get up, drop the bomb.
I don't know what I was watching, but I said, oh wait, I was watching
it
a really
MTV2?
old. No, it was a really old episode of Supernatural. It was like within
Oh
the
my
first
God.
season because I was getting Jordan to watch it, and there was a Power Man 5000 song. And as soon as I heard it, I just started busting out laughing. I'm like, I forgot this was in there.
I forgot they existed.
I kind of wish I would have forgotten that they existed.
They used to dress up with the weird goggles and stuff, like
The trip pants and
they're in a
They
video
were like
game.
mall goths, but they were colorful.
They were colorful.
Like they were, because they were like, that guy wears all the blue trip jeans, and that guy wears all the red chip jeans, and that guy wears all the green ones. They were really
my
colorful.
I keep
Like,
getting them mixed up with Static X for some reason.
Listen, you cannot.
No, you can't do
No. Wayne Static obviously is the guy from the Slim Jim commercials.
that. Only you could put
Because
him
he
upside
needed-
down, and it would look the same because his beard.
Because his beard and his hair is like the same look. So it's
like if his head would just rotate, that's propeller shit.
It's
right
a
there.
fan. His head would be a fan.
It's a fan.
I'm a seagull. I'm a seagull. Go. I'm a seagull. Joe, music, help. What are we playing?
We're playing Static X
Can we play Static X?
and-
I'm a
no.
seagull.
and Power Man.
Yeah,
I'm a seagull. I'm a seagull. Go.
It's a collaboration album
seagull.
that they did.
I figure we'll celebrate some of our favorite bands from the past year.
Don't play any of
So-
my shit.
Why?
I have a request. Chris Huber.
Why? What song?
Blade mode.
What song?
Blade
Castle
mode.
Crashers.
Blade
The
mode.
Castle. We're not. I don't want to play the. If you're gonna play one of my songs, don't play the Castle Crashers one, please.
Well, I figure
That was
if
the only
I'm
joke
gonna
song on the
request-
entire
I'm gonna
CD.
request the Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers.
Castle
Castle
Crashers.
Crashers.
The Castle Cashews.
Cashews.
Castle
Cashew
Crashers.
Crashers.
I figure we're gonna pick some of our favorite bands and songs from the past year. So we're gonna do something from the OneUps. Gonna do something from A Rival. Maybe some Danimal. Figure maybe we'll toss Huber on there.
If you do mind, yeah, play Shantae.
Shantae.
I think Shantae is that one's slowly becoming my favorite.
Lonely Rolling Stars. Just a happy mixture of all the
Bunch of-
cool
a bunch of
people that
stuff.
we've played over the year and talked to over the year, and I don't know, maybe Kunal because he's kind of okay.
He's a guy.
God
Can we
damn.
have a Coon cast and have him?
We have another Cooncast. We've had Cooncast before,
Yeah,
They have happened.
we've had 2 in-person Cooncasts,
and two
2 phone Cooncasts,
phone Cooncasts.
include.
Oh,
Were they-
we had.
were they both?
2.
Were they both when Tim wasn't there?
Yes.
Well, I've called him and gotten him on the show in the middle.
That
of
doesn't
podcasts,
count.
but-
No, I think he was. I think he was on the show 2 times that you weren't.
That's a possibility.
I think.
I'll have to do it again next time. Oh, Tim's not making it today? All right,
Call
call
Kunal.
Hey, Kunal, what's up? You want to
should
talk
call
to us on the
Len.
phone for an hour?
Yeah, we'll talk to Len sometime. That'll be a
Still
thing.
got to get A Rival on.
That needs to happen this year.
My fingers are crossed that things come through for next week and Dale shows up.
Yep.
Yes.
Dale
as
North.
is planned.
Next week. So that'll be interesting. That'll be cool.
And then I am trying to get probably Wednesday.
Wednesday. Cool cast.
And then I'm trying to get Matthew Gregg on.
Can't hear you.
Matthew Broderick.
Can't hear you at all.
We're gonna get Matthew Broderick on.
No, Matthew Gregg. He's the guy who does the Botchamania videos on YouTube.
Dude, that'd be awesome, actually. I would
I'm
love
not familiar
that.
with this.
It's all the failed wrestling attempts. Like, it's like
when
if
they fuck
they
up
miss
moves.
cue or,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
You know, they flub lines. The best, I love when one segment is people talk too much, where you can hear them talking to each other in the ring, calling out moves and stuff like that. Or you'll hear people yell out stupid shit from the crowd. It's just, they're awesome videos
They're
to
fun.
watch.
Yeah, they're a good time.
And he is a cool dude.
But a lot of good
And-
things planned for this
And
year.
if we get him on, maybe he'll even do like a little special Botchamania for us. In the YouTube version, we'll have it tacked on at the end. So instead of music that week for the
we'll have
YouTube
a
version,
special video.
yeah,
Ooh,
maybe.
Let's get creepy.
I got to talk to him.
I think eventually here's one thing that I would like to try and do for this next year. I would like to try and do some video. let's try and get some videos.
Yeah,
going.
now that I'm filming a shit ton, it's going to be much easier for me to do now.
Let's get some videos going. Whether it be, videos that we incorporate with the podcast or we just post with them for extra content, just so that you guys have some more stuff that more stuff that you could watch and hear about us. Let's do it. Let's figure that out this year. I want to do that.
Figure something out.
Do it.
So people get to watch us talk into microphones?
No, they get to watch us.
I told Kris on the way here that the one thing we have to do is we have to get him a GoPro and attach to his hat. And just the entire episode is the video is just him with a GoPro on.
So you don't see me at
every
all.
time he
It'll
turns
be
his
my
head.
yeah.
No, what we should do is we should give because I have 2 GoPros.
You do?
Give one to Bogue, and we'll have him be like a reporter in the field. We'll patch.
I'm down here at the Best Buy where nobody's in the gaming section.
He's like I'm live from my couch every week, playing Dark Souls or whatever.
I'm still on the first level.
Yeah.
It's been 3 weeks.
We could check in with you. It'd be like a home assignment. That way you're still here.
You're here, but you're not.
And then I am absolutely determined that one of these episodes this year, I'm going to do it on my bike.
Yes.
The entire episode.
I wish that we could all get bikes and do it all
Okay,
at the
well
same
then
time.
you spend $160 on your own bike.
That's why I'm saying I wish we could because
But it won't happen. So I'll do you don't need to ride a friggin' bike.
I do, actually.
You're 12 pounds.
Yeah, but I need to ride it for other reasons. My prostate.
To get more than 12 pounds.
So it's one of the best ways for me to actually work on my ankle.
So
my ankle's
GoPros, videos,
Dark Souls,
flashlights,
Pros goes.
Dokapon,
THQ.
music,
Kunal.
poop.
We already talked about music. We're past the end.
That's not true.
We've gone too far.
The end goes when I say it.
We've
Wait. Here's a good ending. You ready?
I'm.
Hey, Bogue. Fuck you.
Hey, thanks.
wanted this dance. Never wanted this dance.